Go to cell block 1. When they in love, you just make sure have your little sister from. They tell me Chuck's the only one to get your hand down. Part of the party playing with his hands down. Certified lover boy, certified. Wow. Good morning, good morning, good morning, folks. How are you? Happy Thursday. What's up, MG Brock? A minor. What's up, Jamie? Hey, Conchita. Hey, Chris. Hey, Alex. Win Dixie. Good morning, David. What's up, Tawana? How are you? Hopefully you guys are doing well. What's up, Lisa? Hey, Amy. Good morning, Lonnie. Good morning, Farah. What's up, Jen the Vet? It's not. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I love K-Dot too. I love K-Dot. Good morning, Eric. Good morning, Celia B. We are just, I'm just getting longer. Good morning, Crystal. Good to see you over there on the tube of you. What's up, Witch? Good morning. Good morning. That background is scary. Do you like it? You're welcome, Celia B. You are welcome. But you see what's written above this. You see what's written above the. Good morning, Brandon. Good morning, Jody. Good morning, Marva. How is everyone? I've had a going to get sleep. Good morning, just me. Oh, I love that. Somebody just replied. Ooh, child. Yeah, I know. So we have a busy day ahead of us, and I have a hard stop at 2 today. So we're going to get about 3.5 hours in, and that's all I'm going to be able to do. I would like to do longer, to be quite frank, but I have a meeting that I can't miss. It's for Bella Boo. So good morning, Sage. Good morning. So I appreciate you guys. Good morning, Jody, over on the tube of you. Good morning, Terry. Good to see you, Butters. What's up, Chris? Good morning, Sandy. Good morning, Yaya. I hope that everybody is doing well. I had an opportunity to pop in on Facts this morning and go from there. So listen, it appears that TikTok is a little mad at me. So sharing out the live and tapping and all of that good stuff would be incredibly helpful. So if you can tap them fingers or whatever, please do that and make sure that you share the live and add it to your story, repost it, and all of those things. So hello, legend. So let me tell you all, so I logged in this morning to Restream, and what's really cool is that so now they have it, so YouTube has an option to where I can be thanks, Sage, where I can be landscape and or portrait. So I enabled both, so YouTube should have both available to you. Good morning, legend. Good to see you. So yeah, we're gonna get things going this morning. Thank you for joining the fan club. I really do appreciate that over there on the TikTok. So Veronica, I got my package. Appreciate you much. It's amazing. Sandy, I text you. I got it as well. Appreciate you for the early birthday present. So big win, especially because you know, until I find my other knots, it was good to get a knot that I could put on. I've been missing my knots around my neck. So appreciate you guys very, very much. I have to say, without Veronica and Sandy, I still would have no merch. So, so I'm incredibly grateful for the two of them just taking that on and breathing life into it. So, good morning, the mama. I'm not sure if that's the mama UNC but either way. Oh, hey, sending much love from Iran. You stay safe, 100%. That's what you need to do, is stay safe. Good morning, Kelly. Good to see you as well. Hey, Penny GF. You ordered your merch? Love that, just me. Coolest mom ever, Kathy. Your bids are so great. I downloaded one of them so that I could post it on the page. Good morning, Granny. Good morning, Rosalind. I'm really glad to see everybody popping in here. Things that we're going to talk about today. Good morning, Yael. We are going to talk about the Supreme Court decision yesterday, Louisiana postponing their primaries. Yeah, it's not today, Julian, but Sandy sent me an early birthday present. So yeah, but it's May 12th, so it's not here yet. I still got 2 weeks. Good morning, Rebel. Good morning, Katsmandu. No worries, Red Hot. Yeah, no worries. Good morning, Sunflower Fish. Yeah, never ever worry about that. Good morning, Cheryl. What's up, Cats? Grammy. It's MMA. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Sweet. Love that. Good morning, Rocky D. I thought about it after I read it. I thought about it after I read it, but I wasn't sure. So May 15th over there. Love that. Oh, your granddaughter's got the same birthday as me. She's amazing. Good morning, Micah. So listen, we are going to we're gonna chat a few things. Let me ask you this: if anybody is new to me, put a 1 in the chat. Let me just go ahead and share some things with you. Okay. So number 1, all I ask for in this space is for people to be respectful. Okay. Be respectful. And that's like first and foremost, right? San, shut up. Good morning, Leslie. Number 2, don't use slurs of any kind. I don't care like what side of the aisle you think that you're on. I don't like slurs in this space at all. Good morning, Warrior. Number 3, don't spam my comments. That's mostly for TikTok. If you got something to say it once, but don't say it 3, 4, 5 times because it's really bad for the algorithm and it clutters up the stuff. Yep. New numbers on the PFT. Appreciate you, tech lady. And then number 4 is don't type in all caps. And that seems silly, but the reason why is my moderators type in all caps. And then I have some followers that are vision impaired. So we want to be respectful of people with vision disabilities and don't type in all caps for them. Okay. So there are folks that are already requesting to come up. I'm sure it's because of my graphic. Today, I'm sure that's why people are requesting up, and that's fine. We can open up the panel, and we can talk about some things that are definitely on the agenda in terms of conversations. Appreciate you, Jamie. Alaikum salam, Muhammad OS says we have to talk about Trump's speech yesterday. Just saying, Terry. We have to talk about the speech yesterday that the president gave. Good morning, Shannon. Yep. Thank you. Which we also have to talk about King Charles's address to, I don't know. It's gorgeous. It's you don't know what it is. Okay. So I'll show you. No, he's right there. He's right there. That's Bibi Netanyahu right there. He's not missing. He's there. So good morning, Deborah. So listen, what the hell? Oh, King Charles's address to Congress we have to talk about. And then we have to talk about Pete Hegseth and his testimony before Congress. In addition to that, we have to talk about Israel, of course. Thank you, Deborah. We have to talk about Lebanon. We have to talk about Gaza and the flotilla. It's a city, little landscape is all it is. That's all. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the panel and bring some folks up. Do me a favor. If I'm bringing you up to the panel, please put yourself on mute until I get to you. Okay. That's what I would like for you to do. So put yourself on mute until I get to you. That would be amazing. And then we can jump right on in. Warrior, I accepted you, but it didn't bring you up. So I don't know what happened. Sometimes it does that when I bring people up. It doesn't. Thank you. I appreciate that. I had to do it this morning. So mods, just keep an eye out and see if Warrior Native comes back. You know how sometimes I accept people and it doesn't do it. Nah, she doesn't deserve to be at the top. I mean, she is a piece of work, but you know. Good morning, Brandon. How are you? Brandon, do you know that you requested?
Oh, no, my bad.
No worries. I got you. Have a great one. No problem. And sometimes that happens. People tap their way into the request box. So it's okay. You know what I mean? We're gonna rock and roll with it. So I'm gonna just she's gonna go down 100%. Appreciate it, Red Hot. It happens a ton. It does. And it's okay. Damn, y'all, I stopped by the grocery store on the way home. Appreciate it, Michelle. Good morning. Good morning, Tracy. That is something. It's better than the alternative, right, Tracy? Okay, so I want to say something. I stopped at the grocery store on my way home because I needed to buy some fruits and things, and I intended to get peppermints, and somehow I fucking forgot. Because as of today, I have developed a new symptom, and so I have this really gross metallic taste in my mouth, and so yuck. But I was look I meant to get mints and I forgot them because I got caught up getting other stuff. You know how that happens? That's what happened. So, so Kunzler, I tell you what, why don't you join the panel and let's have a conversation? I think Kunzler is either a bot or whatever. No, it's not. It's something else that's going on. Good morning, Jamie Cobb. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about that, Jamie. We're going to talk about that 100%. Yeah, I know, Warrior. That's why I said it's probably a bot. Yeah, that's why I said it, because I checked. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get going, and we're gonna, please don't talk to Kunzler, y'all. I swear to God, it's probably a damn bot. Good morning, James. Good morning, Veronica and Sue. All right, so listen. First things first, if you look at my graphic, it says, don't be scared, get busy. And the reason why that is one of the things that I believe yesterday showed us. Good morning, Macaroni. Say hi to Sue for me. One of the things that I believe yesterday showed us, hey, Shelly Bell, hey, Heidi, hey, Philip, good morning. I believe that yesterday's Supreme Court decision and what Louisiana did right after that, right, which is, postponing their primaries, I believe what they did was show their hand. Okay. So listen, I want you all to remember something. Okay. Number one, everything is fluid. Everything is fluid. Everything is shifting. Everything is moving. And so we are going to focus on the glimmers and the information that it gives us along the way. Okay. So number one, what they did was demonstrate very effective yesterday. What are they afraid of? They are afraid of minority voters. Did y'all hear me? They are afraid of minority voters, and they should be. And so what we absolutely have to do is make sure that we do the work, that we are busy, that we have conversations, that we build community, that we get people out and about in this midterm to ensure that we turn out in massive numbers. So this is something that I want you all to remember. Everything they do is usually either a projection or it is an expression of their fear. Okay. And so this is pretty important, right? For you to realize this, because listen, and I just want you all to also pause for a moment, because the other thing that can happen, okay, the other thing that can happen is you can actually have Democratic states do the same. Now, what do we know about traditionally Democratic states versus Republican states? What do we know about those things? Love that 24/9. There's more people. When you get into, there's more people by population size, right? So when you think about states like Montana and Wyoming and North Dakota and South Dakota, right? When you think about those types of things, you understand that they typically will have a higher population count. So, and so I really want you, right? Land doesn't vote, my dears. Land doesn't vote. And so I really want you all to think about the fact that, that all of these things, are, like I said, can be moved around and can be, right. People do. Good morning, Wendy. And so there's a lot of opportunity here. And here's the thing. I want you all right now. It's imperative that you remember your circles. I need you to remember your circles and where you focus your energy, right? And how you use your, welcome back, Carla. She said we had a fire drill. Girl, I'm glad it was only a drill. Thanks, Fresh. Appreciate that. So listen, so first things first, remember this. You have a small circle, right? This is your center circle. Your circle is what you put everything in that you can control, which means it's just you. because that's really and truly all that you can do is you can only control you. Then you have your second circle, which is your circle of influence. That includes your family, your friends, your coworkers, your peers, your loved ones, your children, right? All of those, that's your followers, your social media community. Those are the folks that you can influence. And then everything else is in the third circle, folks. Everything else is in the third circle. Everything. Listen, do y'all hear me? Good morning, Burke. Everything else is circle 3. So while I want you to be informed about those things, and while I want you to know that those things are happening, I don't want you giving a ton of your time to those types of things. Yeah. So Breesy, I am around here, I am known to pick up pieces of paper and draw graphics and all of those things. And I will show you. So this is Bibi Netanyahu. This is President Trump. This is Pete Hegseth. So what we do when we talk about our circles, no, not like that circle, Heidi. All right. So circle number 1 is control. That's you, because that's all you can control. Circle number 2 is influence. And then circle number 3 is everything else, right? Follow me. See, it's everything else. And so what I want you to do is I want you all to start. Oh, is that what it is? Dang. Sorry, Kimber. Okay, so let me tell you why this is important. What I want you to do is I want you to start to write down the things that you are, I want you to write down the things that you are giving your attention to, right? Think about the last 24 hours, the things that you've talked about, the things that you've given your attention to, the things that you've worried about, the things that you've just, whatever about, any of those things. I want you to think about that. And then I want you to put a 1, a 2, or a 3 beside them. And if the majority of the things that you think about are falling into circle number 3, you are wasting time. Okay? Right? We have to have 75 to 80% of our attention, our time, and our energy going into the things that we can control and the things that we can influence. It's incredibly important, folks, that that's what we do. Because if not, and because here's what I want you to remember all the time, is that number 3, quality circle number 3, your circle number 3 is somebody else's circle number 2. Your circle number 3 is somebody else's circle number 1. So stay in your circles where you can be the most effective, and then leave those other circles for people to do. So focus on what you can control. What's up, Dad Jokes? And what you can influence. It's imperative. Okay, because if you think that this is the last thing that's going to shock the shit out of you between now and November, no, that's not a thing. If you think if this is going to be the only thing that makes you upset between now and November, no, not a thing, right? Of course, because they're throwing shit on the wall to see what will stick. That's what they're doing. And so you have to be ready, prepared, and focused in the way that yous are. Right, Sandy's using those circles now 100%. And we have to remember to do that as much as we possibly can, right? Exactly. And so listen, this is what we call mindfulness. When you become aware of where you are spending your time, where you are spending your energy, where you are spending the most of your time doing your thoughts, that's what matters. How many of you all did like I recommended yesterday? And how many of you all took 5 minutes today to sit your ass down, close your eyes, and actually picture things turning out the way you want them to turn out? How many of you all did that? How many of you all took 5 minutes to close your eyes and picture the things that you are concerned about turning out the way that you want them to? Veronica did. Love that. That's a air high five, Veronica. Shannon did. Whoop. Air high five for Shannon. 100%. Coolest mom ever. Love that. Air high five. Sage. Yep. Tech lady. Yep. Good morning, Gina. See, giving that kind of air high fives over here. Yes, Sin, I need you to do better. You did too, Deborah. Love that. Of course you do, Witch. We love that, right? So listen, folks, it sounds like silly, but when you understand how it doesn't matter what you call it, whether you call it faith, whether you call it energy, whether you call it the universe, whether you call it the law of attraction, no matter what you call it, what we know is that what you give your attention to, right, is what you bring more of. What you give your attention to is what you bring more of, right? So I don't have time to give these fucking fools all my energy, all my time and my attention. If I'm going to envision them, it's going to be in a jumpsuit. But to be honest, I'm not doing that either because I can't control the jumpsuit. So I'm going to be envisioning the things that I can control. I'm going to be envisioning the things that I can influence. I'm going to be envisioning the things that I want to manifest and that I have the greatest input on, right? You do it at night. So how do I do it? I do it in the morning. And the reason why I do it in the morning, so this is the practice for me. I do it in the morning because I'm starting my day, right? So because I'm starting my day, I'm going to set that intention and get my energy right at the start of the day. Good morning, Xavier, right? And then my thing at night is at night, I try to find one thing. I find one win, one glimmer for the day. And the reason why I don't, you know how a lot of people say, start your day with gratitude. Number one, I'm always grateful, right? And number two, the reason why I like to do gratitude at night is because it's easy. It's easy to do gratitude when you first wake up in the morning. After that day has kicked your ass, it's a little more challenging to find the glimmer, and you need the glimmer more, right? That's the thing. Yeah. Yep. 100%. So that's the way that we do things. All right. So, you've been doing that usually in the mornings? Yeah. So for me in the morning, it's about envisioning the things that I want to manifest, right? So there's one thing in particular that is directly related to me and me only, right? You do it at both times? Yeah, exactly, Philip. So like for me, I'm in my practice in the morning, I'm always going to be grateful, right? In my practice in the morning. I want to find the win in the evening, because it's more difficult to find that win, but you need it a whole lot at that time. So that's kind of the way that I kind of start the day. So, oh, Alito, I'm glad to see you back. Alito has Dani derangement syndrome. So listen, Alito, you know, from your last time here that you're not supposed to spam the comments. So don't say the same thing over and over again. Okay. Yeah. Mo, I need to give it a minute. I have only been on like 30 minutes. I need to give it a minute because it will jack up the algorithm. I need to give it a minute. I literally have not even been on. I've only been on 23 minutes. What did you say? Yeah, so what I really like to do at night is write down a win, because it means I go to bed grateful. You know what I mean? Because I found that win. You know? All right. So oh, welcome, Allie. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so listen, I'm going to play a couple of things today that we're going to listen to. And as we listen to them, we're going to stop and we're going to talk about them. Before I get there, I'm going to talk briefly about the Supreme Court decision yesterday. And Louisiana has postponed their primaries. And now Marsha Blackburn is saying Tennessee should do the same. And Georgia is saying, you know, they should do the same. And here's the thing, we can't control any of that. If you live in those states, you can absolutely influence them. So you need to be about that business, right? You need to be about that business. This is when you write letters to the editor. This is when you pick up the phone and call. Listen, you picking up the phone and calling is more effective than the 5 calls app. Leaving the voicemails. all of those types of things. And so I really want you all to understand that you're going to have to put even more energy into what you're doing, right? Emails and phone calls, letters to the editors, right? Calling your local outlets, right? Exactly, Xavier, 100%. So, I'm going to share this with you also. Listen, calling your local news outlets and sharing that information is important. And then you want to think about some of these, some of the larger shows that are out there that you can call into, that you can talk to. You want to start to do those, right? And what I would say is, even in right-leaning spaces. Now that might sound weird to you, but do you want to know why that's such a good thing to do? C-SPAN is a great one to call into and talk to, but also on the right-leaning spaces. And the reason why is you've got to learn how to use right-leaning language in those spaces in a way that makes sense to them. Because traditional Republicans will be appalled and angry about this. Traditional Republicans will be appalled and angry about the direction that things are going. And you want to start to talk about the true intent of the republic. We have a democratic constitutional republic for a reason, because all three of those things are necessary for us to function the way that we need to. Yeah, and I will do that, warrior. I will do that, right? And so this is the language that we have to learn, right? Yeah, but Farah, here's what I want folks to do, right? Is you can use the app and make the call. I also, so here's my thing, right? Is what I would like for people to do is then write down the information and then do it. I really want people to start owning their movement, owning what they do, right? Because it's really important that we do those things. All right. So, good morning. I'm a hawk. Did you mean to request up? No worries. I got you. I got you. No worries. Okay. So everybody does need to be on the same page. And the thing about it is, everybody needs to use the right verbiage. I've never used 5Calls app, right? So I don't know what verbiage they use. I don't know what verbiage they use. What I would say is that you want to make sure that the verbiage that you use is impactful and that it resonates and that it pulls on something that those people, that those folks could relate to. So do you all remember, one of the things that we can talk about is the oath that these standard law type verbiage. Yeah, see, I don't know. You've got to tie that law type verbiage in with real scenarios, real statistics, real information, personal stories, things that are about you. Good morning, Neuro Mama. Right? You've got to tie it into something that means something. Yep, you've got to be able to use your own words, but then you've got to be able to tie it to something that means something, right? And that's what a lot of people don't do. I don't know. Do I have a gold sticker on my live? I have no idea. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, Neuro Mama. Good morning, Hill. I don't know what it is. I don't like the new update. So listen, after I did the TikTok update yesterday and I saw the layout, the new layout, I was like, ugh. Yeah, I have no idea. You don't see a gold sticker? Hell if I know. I'm done trying to figure out what's happening on these apps. So Catalyst, the reason why is if you block a whole lot of the times, that also can impact the algorithm. And so, what we also have to learn is how to just tune out the noise. What I learned is when we don't feed them, they end up going away. When you ignore them, they end up just going away. They are only here to distract. Like, that's it. They're only here to distract. Okay, so yesterday I said this, and I'm going to say it again this morning, just so everyone understands. The thing that I took away from Louisiana yesterday, the thing that I took away from the Supreme Court decision yesterday and Louisiana postponing their primaries this morning, what I took away is, if they were so sure about midterms, why would they be doing that? And who specifically are they going after? They are scared of minority voters. They are absolutely worried about Black voters. 100%. They've tipped their hand. They've shown you where their vulnerabilities are. And so now it is our responsibility to exploit those vulnerabilities, right? You've got to be strategic about how you approach what we do. So this is the time where everybody has to be having conversations with the people in your life, especially people that are minorities, right? And so this is what I want you all to remember. Every time they do something like this, any state that follows suit, that is a state that is scared. Listen to me. Any state that follows suit is a state that is scared. They have not seen this much progressive talk in Tennessee since like 20 damn years ago, right? It's been 20 years. I can't even remember. When was Phil Bredesen in Tennessee, right? And they are absolutely scared of that, right? They are scared that right now in every election since 2024, every election since the presidential election in 2024, guess what has happened? Dems have won by an average of plus 13. You all, plus 13 in politics language is like a long shot. Like, plus 13 is ridiculous. It's crazy. And so what's important about that is that means in states that normally that are 60-40, all of a sudden that state's in play. All of a sudden that congressional district is in play. If they are making gains by plus 13 across the board, that means your normal 60-40 is in play. Holy shit. It's time to go. Clock it, right? So this is when you have to be strategic. This is when you have to say, okay, it's time to plan the work and work the plan, which is exactly what we're doing in the project that I'm running, right? There is a reason I crunched 5 years of election data for 12 states in 2024 that had margins of 10% or less. There is a reason I found out which counties to focus on in those 12 states. There's a reason I'm repeating that same process for the 18 seats that are up in Congress and the 22 seats that are up in the Senate. There's a reason. Most of these states are not red states. They are low voter or no voting states. What we know is that when people turn out, progressives win. The people win. You hear me? The people win when we all vote. That means women win. That means minorities win. That means LGBTQIA win. That means our children win. That means healthcare wins. That means our elderly wins. That's who wins. Everyone. And they do not want that. Y'all remember, what's his name? Hold on. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all two things real quick. There it is. Look at me. All right. I'm going to show you guys something very quickly. Appreciate you, Micah, for becoming a super fan. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. I'm going to share my screen with you guys over here. And I'm going to turn it up for you guys over here so that you can hear it as well. What army you served? My name is not Lady, last gentleman. My name is Dani. And it says U.S. Army. That's the Army. All right, here we go. I'm going to play this for you guys, and I want you guys to listen. Good morning, Stacy.
Our Christians.
Whoop, hold on. Listen.
Now, many of our Christians have what I call the goo-goo syndrome. Good government. They want everybody to vote. I don't want everybody to vote. Elections are not won by a majority of people. They never have been from the beginning of our country, and they are not now. As a matter of fact, our leverage in the elections, quite candidly, goes up as the voting populace goes down.
Our advantage, and so this is Paul Weyrich. He is the co-founder of the Heritage Foundation. He's one of the leading conservative voices in terms of the Republican Party. Okay. Yeah. So listen, he said our advantage goes up when the voting population goes down. I want you all to hear it again. I want you to hear it again, because this is what they are terrified of. They are terrified of you believing that your vote matters. They are absolutely terrified of you recognizing the power that you have. Paul Weyrich is his name. Weyrich. You can find all kind of, like, if you Google him in our National Archives, you will find all kinds of shit, the Conservative Manifesto and all of those things that have come from him, right? So listen, this part's really important. Let me tell you something, folks. White people have never been scared. Listen, let me just say this. It has never been about white people not recognizing how amazing Black people are. It's never been that. White people know how amazing Black people are. That's why they got all of our talent and skills to work for them and made a shit ton of money off of them. What they don't want you to realize is how amazing you are. Listen, the government already knows how powerful your vote is. They're not, it's not them that doesn't know that. They're terrified you're going to figure that out. They are terrified that you are going to figure out that when you show up in mass, you will win. That's what they are terrified of. So listen, you got PTO right now. You know what I want you to do right now? I want you, when you go to work, I want you to take off on election day. I want you to put in for election day off today. Did you hear what I said? Put in today for you to be off on election day. If you have to take off work on election day, put in for it now. Do you want to know why that's important? Because what you don't want to do is have election day get here, and then all of a sudden you can't put in for it, right? Or you forget, and all of a sudden it's there. Nope, put in for that shit today, so that you can plan to vote. And then if you vote early, then you can still go to work. You hear me? You're welcome, DJ. But you hear me? I want y'all to listen one more time at what he says. This is Paul Weyrich. He is standing in front of a whole group of Heritage Foundation conservative folks, right? And listen to what he tells you. November 3rd, Tony.
Now, many of our Christians have what I call the goo-goo syndrome. Good government. They want everybody to vote. I don't want everybody to vote. Elections are not won by a majority of people. They never have been from the beginning of our country, and they are not now. As a matter of fact, our leverage in the elections, quite candidly, goes up as the voting populace goes down.
So I want you all to remember, they are counting on you to not show up. They are counting on you to not show up. They do not want you to vote. What's up, Pin 1010? And this is why it is incredibly important for you to get up off your ass and go vote. And listen, it's WEYRICH. WEYRICH. Right? It's incredibly important. And listen, now is the time to go talk to those folks that are disenfranchised. Those are the folks, was that recent? Girl, they've been preaching this for over 20 years. No, he said this 18 years ago. People aren't, so listen, Michael James, that's just a misnomer. It's not that people are lazy when it comes to voting. That's not it. Right? Listen, if this country truly wanted everyone to vote, it would be a national holiday. Tell me why Christmas can be a national holiday, but voting can't be. How come the 4th of July can be a national holiday, but voting can't be? Right? The same way that the draft is now going to be an automated process, which, by the way, is a mistake because there are some people that are exempt, right? Why don't we automate voter registration? Why isn't voter registration automated? Don't tell me that it can't be done. Y'all got AI out here doing all kind of shit. Do not tell me we cannot have automated voter registration. Don't tell me that we can't, because we can. And by the way, there's only one more step before Hawaii passes legislation that goes to their governor for them to sign that will make Citizens United completely, like, it will be unconsequential for Hawaii from now on. Did y'all know that? Hawaii is about to pass legislation in their state that will nullify the impacts of Citizens United. I'm fucking here for it. And if Congress won't do it, then everybody needs to be pushing their state legislature to do it. You didn't know? Okay, hold on. I got you. Ooh. All right. All right. So it's SB 2471. It is a landmark bill that is aimed at neutralizing the impact of Citizens United. So for those of you all who don't know what Citizens United is, if you're not familiar with it, Citizens United is the court case that ended up where the Supreme Court said corporations have the same rights as people. And when corporations spend their money, even in elections, right, then that's that corporation exercising its free speech. That is how we ended up with super PACs, right? Not just regular political PACs, but super PACs. And so this is why, so let's just say, because there are caps as to what people can, listen, this is why people can only give so much to a political campaign or to a candidate, right? Well, if I'm a corporation and I want to make sure that my guy wins because my guy is going to be advantageous for my business, right? So let's just say I want to build fucking 50 data centers and I want a candidate that I know will support that, right? Then what am I going to do? If I'm a corporation, I can only give him so much money, right? I can't do that directly. There's a cap. So what I can do is I can take $20 million of my own money and then I can buy ads on TV, on the radio, and on social media that targets the populations that are vulnerable, right? The targets the populations that I want to vote, and I can disparage his competition, and I can spend money promoting the other guy, and the other guy doesn't have to worry about it from a finance perspective, from a campaign finance perspective, because I didn't donate that money to him. As a corporation, I just created a super PAC. And I put a shit ton of corporate money behind it. And then that corporate money was spent on that candidate's behalf, but just not through their campaign. So campaign finance doesn't matter to it. But what Hawaii's bill is, it will prohibit corporate and artificial entity spending in local elections. Ha! So in their state, there will be no corporate people, right? There will be no corporations. So that's what the bill is. The bill is SB 2471. And it's got one more step to go. And I'm here for it. And as soon as, listen, this is what we all need to be requiring our state legislatures to do. Every single one of us. Do you know? So let me just share with you. Here's what you do. You go on up to that big old thing called the internet. You download Hawaii's bill. You take that bill, you read through it. You see what parts are applicable for your state, right? You rewrite that bill so that it fits your state. And then you send it to your representative and you send it to your state legislature. You send it to all your Democratic folks and all your, like literally, like you, and you do it on the Senate and the House, and you tell your state legislature you want this to happen. And then you go in your community and you collect local signatures and say, wouldn't you like to see all this corporate money out of PACs? Wouldn't you like to be able to be on the internet or watch TV without 55 million commercials talking about politics? Yes, you would. And then you get local signatures on paper. Listen, local signatures are more impactful than digital ones. They try to minimize like online, whatever. You go, that's what you do. Right? And then you write a letter to the editor and you provide your local paper, a copy of the bill. You provide every name of every representative you sent that damn bill to. You make a copy of all the signatures that you've collected, and you send all of that shit along with your letter to the editor to your local newspaper and to your local news organization. That's how you do it. Boom, done. Good morning, Sandra. See that? That's what you do, folks. Download Hawaii's bill. Take a look at how it matches your state. Rewrite it, right? Edit it so that it fits your state. Send it off to your representatives and your state senators. Get collective signatures all in your neighborhood, all in your county. Get at least 100 of them. Get 100 signatures. You can do that easy. Then you write your damn letter to the editor and you make sure everybody knows that you've asked them to get corporate money out of your fucking politics. Because if the federal government won't do it, then your state government should do. Yeah, Jay Bird. Do you follow me? So in Hawaii, the Hawaii bill is SB 2471. You're welcome, DJS, right? Yep. 100%. And you know what? So listen, and after you send it to those reps, you post on social media and you tag their ass in your post on social media. And that's great. So Lisa, here's the other thing. Listen, you don't have a county paper? No problem. Do your state paper. Do independent papers. Do you know how, okay, so listen, I want to show you all something. So this is when Project for the People comes into play. All right, let me show y'all something. What do I need to pull up? Hold on, y'all, bear with me. I haven't updated. Okay, I have all the numbers there, but let me show y'all something. Oh, we about to be on something now. Y'all ready? Everybody talks about, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This is something you can do. Damn it. This is something all of you can do. So are you ready? So I'm going to show you. Watch. This is how it works. So then you take this map Project 2024, Jesus, Project for the People. So we now have people in 46 states, and I just redid the numbers 2 nights ago. We represent 329 counties in this country. That is a little more than 10% of all the counties in the United States of America. And that's in just 6 weeks. We have been organizing for 6 weeks, and we have at least one person in 329 counties across this country. So then do you know what we do? We get all of these people that are in nearby counties to each other to share the same we share the same bill, right? We write similar letters. We give personal stories. And now all of a sudden, can you imagine what happens if a representative gets the same bill with the same desire from 5 different counties or 10 different counties? This is how you make an impact, folks. This is how you do it. It's not that they can contribute to campaigns, it's that they can put their money out there and buy ads on behalf of the campaigns, and the campaigns don't have anything to do with it. Listen, okay, look, the other night I went through and I was going through all the states and all the counties and all the people. You see that? And I have to update my map tonight. But I'm going to show you what we are working with. Hold on. I'm really going to blow y'all's mind. So listen to this. This is not even in less than 3 months. Listen to me, you guys. My first webinar to tell anybody about this was March 26th. That was the first fucking webinar. Let me say it again. No, I'm lying. March 8th. So in almost 2 months, not quite 2 months. Yeah, 6 weeks. That's what I said earlier. I'm right. 6.5 weeks. That's where we are. It's been 6.5 weeks, right? Yes, there are, Steph, and there's more than that. So let me just run it down for y'all. Y'all ready? You want to hear it? Here it goes. Good morning, Nance. Good morning, Jody. So listen. All right. I want you to listen for your state. Okay? Listen, because I'm going to surprise the shit out of y'all. Okay? Texas, I have 57 people in the state of Texas that represent 25 counties in Texas. Project for the People represents 25 counties in Texas. So now you want to say it a different way? Watch this. You see what I'm saying? So that is 10% of the state of Texas. Did y'all hear me? In 6 weeks, in 6.5 weeks, we represent 10% of the state of Texas. Texas has 250 counties. Salam, Raja. Hello, Raja. You don't see El Paso because I haven't updated it yet, but we'll see what I got. So listen, I'm going to run through this, and all I'm going to run through is how many counties are represented in that state, okay? And I'm going to pick out some that might surprise you, okay? You ready? So in Alabama, we represent 6 counties. In Alabama, we represent 6 counties. We even represent 2 counties in Arkansas. We represent 20 counties in Georgia. We represent 17 counties in Florida. We represent 10 counties in Illinois. We represent 7 parishes in Louisiana. We represent, 8 counties in Michigan, 8 counties in Missouri. We represent 8 counties in Missouri. In North Kakalaki, where are my North Carolina people? Because I'm not sharing the map anymore, Granny. I'm reading off of a paper. So in North Carolina, We represent 22 counties. 22 counties in North Carolina. That's what I want. So listen, I just want to tell y'all something. So let me make North Carolina a real deal for you. We represent almost 25% of North Carolina. North Carolina has 100 counties. John, you need to shut up because I'm not talking about black people. It's really good if you know what you're talking about before you run your mouth. If there are 100 counties in North Carolina, which is true, and we have people in 22 of those counties, that's almost 1/4 of the counties in the state of North Carolina in just 6 weeks. Good morning, Becky. What's up, Sullivan County? So Congressional District 1 is Northeast Tennessee. That's Diana Harshbarger's place. I am interviewing Christy Burke, who is running for Diana Harshbarger's seat on May 14th at 7 p.m. It's going to be online right here, Tracy. Hey, Michael. We even have 2 counties in Mississippi, y'all. In Mississippi. 8 counties in Jersey. I think that's all the counties New Jersey has even. Arizona, we represent all 6 counties. Ohio, 10 counties. Pennsylvania, 14 counties. Right? Yeah. Congressional District 1 is, so this is your congressional district. So yeah, Ohio is 10 counties. Yeah, because I'm updating it right now, Maria, because I just redid the data 2 days ago. Yes, so Virginia we represent 15 counties in Virginia. Oklahoma is 8 counties. Washington State is 10 counties. Florida is 17 counties. New Hampshire is 4 counties. Good morning, Maryland. Oregon is 6 counties. Indiana, I gave already. It's 10 counties. Yep. Maine is 1 county. Yeah, no, Tennessee doesn't look like we have every county. Tennessee is 95 counties. Tennessee has 95 counties, but we have 14 of them. New York has 14 counties. No, Heidi, I'm not saying the state only has 10 counties. What I'm saying is that the people that have registered to be part of Project for the People, right? Those people, 22 counties in North Carolina, the people that are part of this represent this number of counties. Okay? So let me show you real quick. Xavier, you still in here? Buenos dias, Mr. Barrios. What's up? Okay, so Xavier, hold on. I'm gonna show you this is what we're talking about, folks. And then we're gonna get back to the subjects that we gotta discuss today. So 2 things. All right. So let me share for you guys over here. So listen, we're talking about a couple of different things here. We are talking about building on what Hawaii is doing already, at the same time that we are talking about exploiting the vulnerabilities that they showed us. Yes, interview May 14th at 7 p.m. Christy Burke, who's running for District 1 in Tennessee. All right. So listen, nope. None of this is in my link tree. Listen, I want to be clear about something, folks. Oh, the way to sign up is in my link tree. Yes. The way to join the project is in my link tree. It's the very first link in my link tree. Appreciate you, Ruck. Let me show you guys. Okay. So I'm already showing you all. So let me bring you guys over so you can see this. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. Sorry, I just went all the way over there. I just went, this is how we do it. That's what came in my head as soon as I said it. So when I say that I crunched the data for 12 states in 2024 that had margins of 10% or less, this is what it looks like. Here's Michigan, Wisconsin, Virginia, New Jersey, Georgia, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Minnesota, Arizona, New Hampshire, and New Mexico. And then what I did was I looked to see how many of the counties in these states had margins of 10% or less, and did they have that 10% or less for the majority of the 5 years from 2020 through 2025. And if so, then I calculated that data to do things like this. So for example, in Michigan is 16 counties. 16 counties in the state of Michigan had margins of 10% or less for the majority of the last 5 years. So then you take these 16 counties, you look at the data and you see, okay, so what House districts do they share in common? And then you take that information and you look at stuff like this. So the presidential election, Republicans won by 80,000 votes, right? So if I look at just these 16 counties, guess what I know? 47,000 people voted third party in just these 16 counties. That's 59% of this deficit. And in these 16 counties, 1.1 million people didn't vote. And then I show you how to flip a district. This district is a 60-40 district. This is Michigan's House District 1. It's the largest district in the state. It is 60-40. Callie Barr is running for this seat. It's 101,000 vote difference, right? 4 of these counties, 4 of the 16 are in House District 1. If you add their third-party voters and the registered voters that didn't vote, that's 53% of the deficit. And that's just targeting 4 counties. Y'all hear me? That's just targeting 4 counties. There's like 25 fucking counties in this district. You use the data to flip the counties. When you flip the counties, you end up flipping the seats. You follow me? When you flip the counties, you flip the seats. And so then what do you do? So listen, elections and election data is only one part of this thing. The next thing and the biggest thing that you have to do is you have to build community through conversations and connection. And when you do that, damn it, I'm telling you, people will turn out and people will vote. But you've got to start talking to people about what matters to them, and not some damn politician, and not the president of the United States, and not about money that isn't even real to them. If you say $25 billion damn dollars, that doesn't mean anything to the average person. They can't imagine $5 billion. Some people can't imagine $50,000, $5,000, right? So what you then have to do is talk to them about the things that matter to them. So what I did was I created a database for everybody that joins into this project. You get an email from me and it talks about what this project is about, right? I have a webinar that I did that's on my website, but then I give you resources to go out into your community with. So watch, this is what I'm talking about. This is what it looks like. You want to talk to people and get their attention. You've got national resources, and then you've got state resources. And then these are the sources for all of the information that I give you. Now watch. You go to your state resources. All right? Somebody give me a state and any congressional district. Any one state and any congressional district. Put it in the chat. NC11. I'm starting there. Hold on, guys. I'm going to go NC11. So watch this. North Carolina. I'm going to go to District 11. We're going to do the English, but I also have it in Spanish. Okay? So when I go here for 11, guess what? So first, I can tell you this is a whole printable graphic that has your district and how many people in your district are projected to lose Medicaid and SNAP And then this is where they can scan to join Project for the People, right? This is a printable flyer, but I've also got digital ones for you, right? So go to your digital ones and post it. So in North Carolina, District 11, because of the One Big Beautiful Bill, 33,000 people in this district are going to lose their Medicaid because of this bill. And 61% of all nursing home residents in this state are covered by Medicaid. Now I'm talking to people whose mama and papa is sitting up in the nursing home. And what are they going to do if Medicaid is cut? What are you going to do if your children don't have Medicaid? How are you getting access to their pediatricians? Now, all of a sudden, your damn emergency rooms are full of people with non-emergent conditions because EMTALA says they have to be treated. Look, and SNAP, 18,000 children and adults in this district are projected to lose some or all of their SNAP benefits. You're welcome, Lady Teddy, right? And our children deserve better. You follow me? This is how we do the work. Now watch, I can go to North Carolina and go at the bottom, I've got statewide graphics. So if I go to statewide graphics, look at this. This is the one in Spanish, so we'll go to the one in English. So did you know that 67% of North Carolina adults who are on Medicaid work? And did you know that Medicaid covers 36% of adults with disabilities in North Carolina? This cuts through the noise. This says you're full of shit telling people that people are sitting on Medicaid and they're not working. Bullshit. Yes, they are. And I can prove it to you in all 50 states. I have put graphics for all 50 states around this statistic. You used that one yesterday, Veronica. I'm here for it. Now, so do you imagine what happens when you go to your neighborhood and you just print out some of these, right? And you go through your neighborhood and you knock on your door and you say, hey, I'm Dani. I live down the street. You don't know me, right? Right, Sandy. But you don't know me. I live down the street. Okay. And I'm not here to talk to you about voting or anything of that nature. What I want to do is give you some information. If you know anybody in your family or your friends that have Medicaid or SNAP, there's something that they want to know because there's a change in federal funding for our district and it might impact them. And then you give it to them and you say, let me know if you have any questions. If you want more information, you can scan that QR code and sign up and you'll get an invitation to a meeting about it. Boom, done. And then you leave. You don't talk to them about who they voted for, who they're planning to vote for. You're saying, I care about the fact that somebody in your life is going to lose their Medicaid, is going to lose their SNAP benefits, and I want to talk to you about it. People are telling you everything is okay, and everything is not the fuck okay. Follow me? You take this information into Louisiana right now. Yeah. So listen, folks, the only reason I want you to sign up is because I'm tracking how many counties and how many states we're covering, right? Because then this is how we can leverage it and make it impactful. Right now, listen, nobody is funding this. This is something that I started at the beginning of this year. I started writing a playbook. I literally have a playbook. It's in my link tree, Lori. If you go to the front of my, let me show you what it looks like. If you go to my TikTok profile or my YouTube or my Facebook or Substack, this is my link tree. And the very first link is how you sign up. No, you don't enter your state. What you do is you sign up and then you get an email that gives you the link to the Google Drive. This is literally my own personal Google Drive, y'all. I did all of the graphics. I did all of the spreadsheet work. Like, this is a real grassroots, nobody paid for shit. This is just when I'm not on TikTok and in between trying to feed and take care of my grandbabies, I'm sitting down and I'm making graphics and I'm looking up information. Like, if you could see, this is like, I have so many browsers and so many different things. Like, I have one right now that I'm waiting to work on for you all because it's about SNAP and the number of people that have SNAP in your area and all of those things. And yes, we do have merch. Somebody's probably wearing it, but I'll show you. I don't have my, let me show you. I don't have my sweatshirt on because I have to wash it. Titan got all kinds of. So every graphic that you see in there, I made. Every source, there's actually a whole sheet in there with links so that you can see the sources for the information. So see? And here, do you know what I love about this? On the back is the QR code that people can scan to join off your back. And so we have t-shirts and sweatshirts and bags for carrying things and coffee mugs and hats, right? And they come in all kinds of colors, right? And so, yeah, I said we got to have the QR code on the back, right? And so, listen, so now go back to what we're talking about with Hawaii. Let's bring it around and let's bring it all together. Are you ready? We're going to, and by the way, you guys, because we understand what time we're living in, if you want merch and you can't purchase it straight out, there's payment plans, damn it. There's payment plans. Because we understand that no matter what this administration says, shit is not affordable. We get it, right? Happy Thursday, Michael. So now follow me. Let's bring it all the way back around. You ready? So we were just talking about Hawaii. We were just talking about, shipping is, here. Shipping is quick. LaRonica, the Fisher Home Inspirations, she's the person, she can tell you how quick shipping is, but it's fast. So listen, let me tell y'all, listen to this, okay? Oh, I love that, Terry. Appreciate it. So let's bring it back around to Hawaii. Let's connect all the dots together, okay? So, and I want you to remember that big, pretty map I was just showing you and all of the counties that I told you that we represent. So imagine you being able to look and know that we have in North Carolina, I'm going to use you first. So in North Carolina, we got 22 states, right? So can you imagine if at least one person from all 22 states took that bill from Hawaii and wrote it for North Carolina, sent it to their legislature, all of you, 22 of you, and 22 of you got signatures from 100 people in your county. You know 100 people. You know 100 people that will sign this in a minute for you, right? So imagine you get 22 copies of the same bill with 100 signatures from all of those people. That's 2,200 people. And all of those people wrote a damn letter to the editor in their local and state paper and contacted their local news stations or their state news stations. And all of a sudden, you are making an impact in North Carolina and you are telling North Carolina, this is what the fuck we want to happen. And you can get it done in North Carolina, right? You can get it done in North Carolina. Imagine if you could take a state, a swing state that is so important in elections, and you could take the corporate money out of it and you could nullify the impact of Citizens United. Imagine what that would do for your elections. Imagine what that would do for your life. I don't know about y'all, but I'm sick of all of these campaign ads every time I turn around. It is doable. And now you make an impact. And when you live in counties that are beside each other, all of y'all get together and in one weekend, y'all collaborate, get together and you make homemade yard signs, right? Eliminate Citizens United in North Carolina. Call your representative. Put a damn QR code on your homemade yard sign. Can't do yard signs because you're HOA? Cool. Put it in your damn window. Put it in the window of your car. I'm just saying, this is how you go from worrying to death about something that you feel like you can't do anything about to actually putting in your attention, your effort, and your energy into a way that you can influence it. And all of a sudden you're productive. All of a sudden you don't have time to sit around and worry about what the fuck these people are doing because you're too busy creating something yourself. And you're creating something that is good for people. You are creating something that matters to people. You are creating something that will actually benefit people's lives. That's that shit right there. And that's what I'm trying to communicate to you is that it is absolutely possible. It is tangible. And listen, that's what they're afraid of. They are afraid that you all will figure this out. And all of a sudden, you'll stop being scared and you will say, you know what? No, you don't get to take this country. No, it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the people. It doesn't belong to the 1%. It doesn't belong to the 20%. Do you know what I found out today? Do you all know that the top 20% of income earners in this country account for 60% of consumer spending because everybody else is broke? Fuck them people. And I mean that with my whole chest. And any politician that wants to uphold that disparity, fuck them too. We are going to be drilling in because we are building something. So yes, are we going to be focusing on seats that are up 18 and 22? Yes. But we're also focusing all the way across the board because after midterms, here comes 2028 right in your face. And this is how we build something. They do not get, y'all, I think about this and I mean it so sincerely with every fiber of my being. My daddy died at the age of 32 for this fucking country. He served 2 tours in Vietnam and died at 32 years of age from lung cancer from fucking Agent Orange when I was just 6 months old. They do not get to take the country that he served and died for. No, they don't. And especially not them weak ass people that are trying to do it now. Every single one of y'all knows. Every single one of you knows. Absolutely not. They don't get it. They don't get it. And they damn sure just don't not just get to take it. What? So Xavier, I love and hate that at the same time. I love that you're doing it and I hate that AI is doing it because data centers are so fucking horrible for the environment and electric bills. Electric bills. Like, I love it and hate it at the same time. I love that you're doing it. I hate that AI is helping. I'm just saying. So I just, I hope that, right, that's why I said the environment. So, folks, it is something to go through and for me to see all of this stuff in real time. I get to see. So like right now, I can go look at the spreadsheet and I can tell how many people have signed up since we've been on here today. So watch this. Because I'm going to do it right now. You ready? Here we go. I'm going to see. Yep, dog beautician. And so that's one of the next round of graphics that we're going to do. One of the next round of graphics is about data centers because there's so many of them that they're trying to put in everybody's states. Yep, that's the next round. So today, since we've been on here, look at y'all doing the damn thing. So yesterday, 3 people signed up. And since we've been live today, whoops, hold on. 10 more of you have joined since we started talking about this. 10 more of you. I got 2 more Illinois. I got another damn West Virginia. Clock it. I'm here for it. I got 3 more Californias. Listen, whoever's in Simi Valley, I believe I have somebody else in Simi Valley too. I'm almost positive I do. And I think I have like 10 people in LA. I got another Oregon on here, another Florida, another Virginia, and another Georgia. Well, thank you, Tina. Right? So this is the stuff I get excited about this because I know what can happen when we all do this together. So that's now, that's not going to be my second person in West Virginia. Yeah. So Judy, what I would love for you to do is tell me how that impacted you. You're my VA newbie. Love that. Oh, it's just building though. We've only been doing this for 6 weeks, Warrior. The new one in Georgia. Hold on. Cobb County, and I have some other Cobb counties already. You're still trying to open what in your browser, Tom? So I have a whole bunch of y'all that are in the requests, and I'm not sure if everybody meant to request, but I'm going to see if people have questions or whoops or whatever. So give me a second. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get to y'all. Okay. All right. So I think I got everybody that was in the queue. And I will start with Lady Teddy Bear.
Okay, how do I do it?
How do you do what?
How do I get on? Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. No, you're on.
Oh, yeah, Dani, is there any way you can hook me up with the other person in Simi Valley so we can kind of...
That's what we're doing now. So I started it last week, but so here's the thing. It was when I was sending them out, I was putting all the email addresses in. Okay, I got you, Beach Bum Wannabe. And when I was doing it, you could only see your email address. So now I'm going through and I have to resend all the states that I did last time. So what I'm doing is I'm sending out an email, and everybody that's in that state will be able to see the first name and the email address. I love that, fax people. Welcome. You'll be able to see the email address and the county that that person's in. So you'll be able to, what's up, Island Boys? So yes, long story short, yes, you'll all be able to get connected together. When we did it on our last meeting, let me just tell y'all, when we did it on our last Google Meet, appreciate you, Steve. We literally had on the Google Meet, people were like, oh, wait, you're where? Listen, I'm right by the border of that state. Listen, I'll come and we can do a whole weekend. And the next thing you know, you had people that were planning to use a weekend to go like through a whole region of the state with this type of information. It was just phenomenal.
Yeah, I can't wait to connect with her. Thank you, Dani, for all the work you're doing. Really, it's just unbelievable.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. You have a beautiful day.
You too. Appreciate you. So facts still matter, people that are coming in. We have literally been talking about Louisiana, but then we talked about Hawaii. So let me ask before I go to Tina. So all the facts people, did you really? Oh, okay. Kate's telling them to. So listen. So all of the facts people, has Steve talked about Hawaii's bill, SB 2451? I think that's it. SB. Did I just say the name? Did I say the name of the bill right, y'all? Did I say the name of the bill right? 2471. Thank you, Xavier. I don't know what I said, but he didn't. Okay. So listen. So here's what Hawaii has done. Appreciate you facts, folks that are coming in. So Hawaii is one step away from having a state bill go to the governor that will nullify. Don't worry about Signal yet, but it will nullify Citizens United in the state of Hawaii. How about that, y'all? So let me tell you what we discussed. All the facts, people, that should make you really excited. Yeah, Hark the Harlot. So, right. See, y'all got it. Okay, so listen. So this is why we got all excited up in here. So Hawaii's bill, which is SB 2471, it will nullify Citizens United in Hawaii. It is one step away from going to the governor, right? So listen, this is what we talked about. We talked about then all of us taking that bill, downloading it, rewriting that bill for your state, right? So seeing whatever matches and whatever needs to be like just fixed so that it applies to your state. And then you sending that to your state legislature and to your state senator, right? Your House and your Senate representative. And then this was the other thing. Right? So then you go into your local neighborhood with a copy of that bill and a short little explainer. You get a little sign-up sheet that you print off your damn computer. You go out in your community and you get 100 people to sign that. Okay. So imagine now you've got 100 people saying that they support this bill. You send that bill in to everybody that is in your state legislature, right? On your House and your Senate side. And then you do a letter to the editor, to either your local or your state paper, and you let them know that that's what you're doing and that's what you want. So now I'm going to give you an example. So y'all know I'm doing Project for the People. In the state of North Carolina, we have 22 counties represented. All right. So we have, it's more than 22 people, but those 22 people represent 22 counties. So listen, imagine if one person at least in 22 counties did exactly what I just said. That means that your representatives in North Carolina would get 22 copies of that bill with 2,200 signatures from people that say, we want you to introduce this bill and get Citizens United out of our state. That's fucking powerful. North Carolina only has 100 counties. We represent 25% of North Carolina's counties already and over 10% of the United States of America's counties. And we only been at this shit for 6.5 weeks. You just wait until July. Wait until August. We will be a badass machine before midterms. So I'm going to show you all, since facts people just got in here, there's about 100 and some of you. So I want to show you all this. I just showed you guys. So bear with me while I show you all this. You ready? So facts people, I need one person that's part of Fax's community to give me your state and your congressional district. Just one of you. Give me your state and your congressional district. New York 21. All right, Tigress, watch this. So this is the resources drive for Project for the People. All of this is work that I did on my own. There's nobody financing this. We don't have no damn PAC. We don't have anything. So I said, what did she say? She said New York 2021. Now watch this. I'm going to go New York and I'm going to go District 21. And I can do English or Spanish, but I'll do English. Okay. So in New York, I can show you in this district, 30,000 adults and children are projected to lose their New York Medicaid health insurance because of the One Big Beautiful Bill in that district. And I can show you that 19,000 children and adults are projected to lose some or all of their SNAP because of the same thing, right? Now, I can also show you for the entire state of New York, if I go to the bottom, I have New York statewide graphics, right? I have Spanish and English. You can say, did you know 71% of New York adults on Medicaid work? And did you know that Medicaid covers 54% of adults with disabilities in the state of New York? And now you're going around in your community and you are sharing information that is relevant to the people that live right there in your community. And when you share it with them, you just say, listen, I just found out some information. If you have anybody in your life, friend or family that is on Medicaid or that has SNAP, then they might want to know this information. You simply give them the information and then you give them a flyer, which is back over here. Hold on, I'm going to show you guys. Then you go over here to our flyers and you leave a flyer with them that tells them about the project, because we do online workshops, community organizing, free trainings, and they can scan this QR code and then they can join us too. So as of right now, guys, we've only been doing this for 6.5 weeks. We have people in 46 states and 329 counties. 46 states and 329 counties. So I'm just telling y'all, the way that you join is you go to my link tree. Okay. When you go to my link tree, the very first link is how you join Project for the People. Here's something that's really important. Don't share the Google Drive because you're going to get a link to my Google Drive. Don't share the drive with anybody that hasn't signed up. And the reason why is I need to track everybody's geography, because what I'm doing with that geography is I am connecting people together. So everybody that is in North Carolina, everybody that is in New York, everybody that is in Georgia, you will get an email that says the first name, the county, and the email address of everybody in that state. And now you all can collab together. Now you guys can connect together. Oh my God, you're in this state? You're in this county? Girl, I'm right next door. Let's do the whole weekend. And we'll go to college campuses, and we'll go to the library, and we'll go to the grocery store, and we'll share information with people, and we'll hand out flyers, and we'll put them on community boards. Yeah, I sent it to Steve already, and I told him he and I need to get together so that we can absolutely collab with his tour. So this is what we've been doing. Now, in addition to that, okay, I get excited about this shit because let me just ask y'all that have been in here with me for the last 40 minutes or so. Do you or do you not feel better than when you first joined today? No worries, Jody. Because when you focus on creating something positive, you don't have any room to be scared. When you focus on doing something, you no longer feel overwhelmed. When you focus on when you actually are building something amazing, right? Then you ain't got time to worry about everybody else because you're busy building something incredible. Okay, so watch. So what I did was I crunched the election data for the 12 states in 2024, facts people, all of those states that had margins of 10% or less, okay? I crunched their election numbers for the last 5 years for every federal election. And then I looked at every county in that state that had margins of 10% or less for the majority of those 5 years. And I'm going to show you why. Let me show you. And I'm not done. I'm doing it for the 18 House seats that are up right now and 22 Senate seats that are up as well. So in Michigan, that came up to these 16 counties in Michigan. So this is 2020, 2020, 2022, right? 2024, 2024. Yep, you just fill out the form, Tom. That's exactly right. Now, once I do this, then I see out of these counties what houses they share in common, which districts they share in common. You with me? Now, facts people, let me show you this. Then you take that information and you do this. So this is the state of Michigan. Dems lost this state by 80,000 votes. With just these 16 counties, there were 47,000 people that voted third party. Got it? 47,000 people voted third party. That is 59% of the vote that we lost by, right? And just in these 16 counties, there was 1.1 million people registered to vote that didn't vote. So now I know that if I target these 16 counties in Michigan, by 2022, we are fucking golden, right? But I can also look at a state like this. So this state right here, this district is District 1, right? I know, and they all have Michigan. They all have. This is the thing, Peaches. They all have 10% or less margins. Isn't that crazy? 10% or less margins, and they are predominantly red. Now watch this. Just 4 of these counties, just 4 of these are in District 1, which you all know, if you're in Michigan, is a huge district, right? And it's typically seen as unmovable because it's a 60-40 district. But right now, Dems are performing at plus 13. That puts this district in play. Callie Barr is running. Now follow me. You got 101,000. Only 4 counties that are on this list had margins of 10% or less. But those counties with registered voters not voting and third party accounts for 53% of the damn deficit. Can y'all see that? 53% for House District 1. House District 1 has what? 25 counties in it? Imagine if you focus on those 4 counties and then the other ones that are already blue in that district. All of a sudden, District 1, which Jack's ass has sat on and done nothing forever, all of a sudden it's in play, it's flippable. You see what I'm saying, folks? So this is what I've been working on, and a whole playbook that talks about how we do it. And then we do workshops and we role play these conversations. We practice how to talk about these things with each other, because some of you, it'll be the first time you've ever done anything like this, right? Some of you, it'll be like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I think I just did. I showed one. Somebody asked me to do Texas something. So hold on. I'll show you guys a little bit more of the graphics, right? Am I able to talk with my moving my head like a chicken? No. Are you able to type without being an asshole? No, that's what I thought. Okay. So, all right. So let me show you this. So you guys saw me talking about the database, right? I need to take down my background. That would help, right? Appreciate you, Grandma. Now, so look, your state resources. Now, listen, I don't want you to take my word for it. Everything that I give you guys, I give you the links to find the actual sources for. So if you want to see the Medicaid and SNAP losses, there's the link for it. If you want to see the Medicaid fact sheet for your state, it's here. If you want to see the Congressional Budget Office, so I have another graphic that we've started, and this is specifically because of the ACA tax, the premium tax subsidies that did not get extended. This is because of that, right? So yeah, so I want you to know that you have the sources and you have them in English and you have them in Spanish, okay? That's really, really important. So then you go to your state, and I'm just going to pick, I don't know what state. Somebody asked me to do Texas, so I'll do Texas. All right. I'm going to do Texas 4. So this is their Medicaid. 43,000 people in Texas District 4. This is Medicaid loss. This is SNAP loss, right? But now look, go down to the bottom. I want to show you all. Go down to the bottom of Texas, and you're going to see Texas statewide graphics. That statewide graphic is going to show you that 68% of Texas adults that are on Medicaid actually work. Medicaid also covers 26% of adults that have disabilities. And this is stuff that you can print off and share in your communities. This is something, somebody asked for Texas 8. Okay, Sandy, I'll do it. But this is also stuff that you can put out across your social medias and invite people to join and to sign up, right? So let me go and I'll do Texas 8 real quick for you. Well, I'm not surprised, River Ray, because she sees the writing on the wall. You know, everybody that has signed up has gotten emails, multiple emails, and I sent one out this morning. So we have a group chat. We do have a channel in my Discord for this as well. But if you look, this is Texas 8. This is the Medicaid. Jesus, 48,000 in Texas 8. Sorry, you guys over here. I know you can't see me. Sorry, I got carried away. And then 20,000 for SNAP in Texas 8. Okay. So give me 1 second, Indiana District 5. This will be the last one that I do, okay? This will be the last one that I do. Because here's what I want you to do. The same way you now want to know your numbers is the same way the people in your community are going to want to know their numbers, right? Oh, this was a great one to show. Hold on, let me share this over here on the other screen too. This is a great one to show. Hey, Valerie, thank you. I appreciate that. Let me show you guys this. This is a great one to show, Helen. So I'm glad you asked me. So where did I just go? Okay, it's right here. So the reason this one's good is, so this is the Medicaid, right? Which is 23,000 children and adults are projected to lose their Medicaid because of the one big beautiful bill, right? And then this is 15,000 for SNAP, right? But look, this is the number of people, because of the premium tax subsidies that Congress refused to extend. 26,000 additional people will become uninsured because they can no longer afford the insurance. Isn't that something? So all three of those graphics are hugely impactful. So you got, 20,000 people that are going to lose it, and then another 26,000 will no longer be able to afford it from the ACA perspective. Yep, there's a Discord channel, Christina. Yep, there is a Discord. There's a channel in my Discord for it as well. And so I'm in the process right now of sending emails out to people so that you can get connected with the people that is in your state. So you all can collaborate. You all can make shit happen. This is how you build power. We have at least one person in 46 states and 329 counties. And we've only been at this for 6.5 weeks. This is why I keep saying, do not be scared. Get busy. All right, Tina, did you have a question or you wanted to say something?
Yes, a few things if I could real quick.
Sure.
First of all, thank you so much.
You're
I have
welcome.
no idea how to do all this. I am eternally grateful. Secondly, I am no good at doing this electronic things. I can get on the internet. I can get on TikTok. I don't know how to share these things. I don't know how to do it. I can't get stuff. I can do hashtag project for the people. That's all I can do. So if I could get somebody to please help me, you asked somebody before and they sent me a thing and said, do this. Well, I'm sorry, it just wasn't enough. I need somebody to walk me through it.
Okay, I got you.
The other thing is, I didn't get the original email that had for my state. Somebody did send it to me. Thanks. I reached out to somebody I know on here and they sent it to me.
Yep.
But I have a square for North Carolina in mind, and I didn't know if that's what I should have. When I open it up, I see 4 boxes, and one of the boxes is North Carolina, and I don't know why because I'm in PA.
Okay.
So I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I need that resent or if I just ignore. I don't know.
So what we'll do is, can I get one of my mods to reach out to Tina? Tell me what state she's in so that we can get her the right graphics. Because sometimes, y'all, I'm working until like midnight to do these.
Not at all judging, honey. You
yes.
are doing freaking amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Yes, yes, Christiana. If you go to my link tree, the little remote controller icon that's at the very top, that's the link to join the Discord. So sometimes I'm doing things so fast and so late that I might put the wrong graphic in the wrong state. If you see that, somebody just let me know so I can fix it. And then we'll kind of go from there. As we grow, here's what I'm hoping for, right? Thank you, Believing Queen. Here's what I'm hoping for is like in another couple of weeks, what I'm hoping for is to be able to have like a working Google Meet, and other people that are good in Canva or whatever, we can all get on a Google Meet together. I can share the data, right? And then some people can create graphics with me. So I don't have to do all of them kind of on my own. But that way we all know, if I can do it with you all, then you know everything that I need to be on every graphic. Okay. And if you can do me a favor, guys, please, just don't remove my watermarks. I would love that. Just because I did do the work, and I would like for people to be able to know that it's from Project for the People and all of that. And again, don't share the Google Drive link unless people have signed up, because I got to track where everybody is. this is how we're going to be able to show. So can you imagine if you share the Google Drive, but then I don't know that those people are sharing? There's no way for me to know how effective we're being. You know what I'm saying? So I need for people to register, to give their county, their city, and their state, so that I can know how much ground we are covering. And it also empowers other people. When you hear that we are in 46 states, people get excited. But yeah, so Tina, what we'll do is we'll have somebody reach out to you. And yep, you do that too. So listen, I'm glad you said that, which this helps me. So we always use 2 hashtags. Okay. So one hashtag is hashtag Project for the People. The second hashtag is our motto. And our slogan, our motto is Making America Truly Great. Okay. I also bought that domain name. So what my goal is, by the time we get to the end of May, I want to have built that site out a little bit so that it robustly shares exactly what the project is for. And people can register right there on that site and all of that sort of stuff. But like I said, it's only been one person. So that's the goal. Yeah.
Sorry, Dani, I didn't mean to overtalk you.
You're okay.
I was just gonna say, if I could please also have somebody help me. I see I have the graphics from my state. I've printed some out. I've put some out, put it out to the social worker in our apartment building area. Thank you. Very new to this, but trying.
No, you're not trying. You're doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I don't know how to post the graphics that you sent me online.
I got you.
That's my main.
Yep.
I just have no clue.
Yep. And we can walk through that. Here's what I can also do. I can create a little Loom video and I can put it in the Google Drive as well. And I can put it in the Discord. I don't know if you're in the Discord or not, but when you're on, let me show, do you normally post from your phone or from where? Yeah.
I do everything from my phone.
Okay. So, I don't have a second phone to show you. But let me just see if I can show you here. Because do you have Facebook or just TikTok?
I have Facebook and TikTok.
Okay, so let me show you. All right,
I
so
think I tried to look up your Facebook and it didn't come up for me, which happens to me sometimes. I don't know why.
I got you. All right, so let me show you. So Lakota youth have locked down on drilling equipment. Yeah, you better clock it. Go ahead. So this is so y'all know I follow Native American ever since I went to Standing Rock. I try to stay. So if I was going to post, right? So this little graphic, this little icon that's right here, Tina.
Oh, yeah.
That's you just click that and then you'll just add. So like it's asking me to add a graphic right now. It will go into your phone. So all you have to do is save the picture to your phone. So whoever sent it to you on your phone, pull that picture up on your phone, put your finger on that picture and it'll say save to photos and you'll save it to your photos and then you'll just click it here and that's how you do it.
Okay.
And
okay, yeah. Okay.
For those of you guys who don't know, we also have, give me 1 second. I also created a Project for the People Facebook page. So you can actually go to this page and follow it. And we also have a Facebook group on here. And then we have the Discord link as well.
Thank you, Dani, so very much. Sorry to ask you to do more work.
No, you're good.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And so what we can do is listen, we have a Google Meet 1 week from today. So I will email everybody out the link to join the Google Meet. Okay. And when you join the Google Meet, we will go through a tech session on that. And remember, all of the meetings are recorded. And then I email out the links to the recordings. So even if you miss it, you'll be able to watch it.
Okay, thank you, hon. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Awesome, fantastic, and hopefully restful during the daytime.
Yeah, no, but it's okay. But no, I appreciate you. You're doing fantastic. Love you, mean it. Thanks, Tina. It's 1 week from today. And then the meetings are going to be at 8 p.m. And the reason the meetings are going to be at 8 p.m., folks, is because I need to give people time to get off work in the majority of the time zones and also to get like critters to bed. When I say critters, I mean kids. Candy, yeah, I fixed you. Yeah, I fixed you. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. I mean, it's 8 p.m. So I put that in the email that I went out today. Your birthday's 1 week from today. Oh shit. Go witch. Go witch. So yeah. Okay. We got a lot to talk about, huh? Okay. So all right. I've got folks that are asking to come up. Okay. Give me a sec. Whatever 1 week from today is, don't make me lie. Whatever 1 week, it's every other Thursday. It's every other Thursday, y'all. Every other Thursday is going to be the Project for the People meeting at 8 p.m. Listen, somebody tried to ask me the number. Should have found out. May 7th. May 7th. Okay. All right, just me.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, it's still morning for me.
Yep.
Okay. When I received the last email from you for the weekend
Action. Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
The email, like it told me the people, not the people, but the counties that were here in my state.
Yep.
But I didn't have anybody else connected, so I wasn't able to connect with anybody.
I know. And we didn't realize that until after it went out because I was using Constant Contact. And so it hid everybody else's emails for you. So all of the states that I do, I actually have to, I have to redo those. And so that's my next project. What I needed to do before I redid them was get all of the people that had signed up added. And so now that everybody's in, well, we'll add some more today because today we have had, holy shit, y'all. So yesterday we had 3 people join, but today I'm about to get excited. Not that I'm not already excited. So we've had 21 people sign up while we've been on this live.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. So,
okay.
Yep. So yeah, you'll be getting that from me.
So is that kind of the we've been doing it every other weekend then now for the days of action?
Yep. So here's what we're going to do, because I think this is the easiest way for us to do it, is we'll meet every other Thursday. And the Thursday that we meet that weekend, love that, Kaylin, that weekend will be a weekend of action. So that way everybody knows.
Yeah, that helps me plan better, because when it's just like when we say it a few days before, it's really hard to plan it out because I help my daughter clean houses and then I have my custodian job in the evenings.
Yep.
So, but also, like, I'm going to be in Ohio. I might be in Ohio that weekend.
Yeah.
And if I am able to get in contact with some of the Ohio people over there, I would love to join them there because I'm going to be there visiting my kid.
Perfect. And you can look up your kids' information when you go. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, if anybody's in Ohio,
there's several of them telling you right now, Columbus, and then Coolest Mom Ever piped up, and Grammy piped up.
Please message me so that I can, coordinate with you.
Yep. So she's in Summit. So do you see how this works, folks? When people hear, oh, well, I'm going to be over here and my family's over here and I'm going to connect over here and all of that. And so, so here's what's going to happen. Yeah, you can listen, the days of action are just when we're going to be focused, but you can do those at any point in time. You do not have to wait for a day of action to share information, right? You do not have to wait for a day of action, but that's just, those are weekends where we want to be intentional to make sure that we all do it. Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I was talking to Jen Yaya, and we were kind of like, I don't know if it's my state or here my area, where I've been like going to the libraries and trying to put up the stuff, but they are like wanting to get pre-approval and I have had no success. So I have to try to get a different way to be able to share the information. When I was working for an youth advocacy group before, one of the things that we did was we went I would like to target my Hispanic community.
Yep.
Especially because of the way they voted the last time around, you know?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking I might go to like the Mexican like snack stores because they're very popular and
Yeah.
you know, so and maybe set up a booth.
Yep.
And just sit there, and people usually just come up to the table and ask, "Hey, what is this?" And then you start talking to them.
Yep, 100%. And here's I would recommend like taking the QR code and like taping a big QR code to the table or to a clipboard so people can just scan it and go even. So listen, flea markets, farmers markets, yard sales, community centers, libraries, college campuses, fairs. We are entering that time of the year where people have fairs, they have county fairs and things like that. All of those festivals, strawberry festivals, all the different things that's happening. That's a time. And I recommend, like I said, keeping it in your car because you never know when you're going to have an opportunity. Yep. People have gone to grocery stores, all the things. Yeah. There's not a wrong place to go.
Somebody said in the comments, senior places, because they vote like,
Yep.
more than anybody else.
Yep. It's important. And, I just so everybody understands, if people say, oh, I don't know anybody on Medicaid, it doesn't matter. It's still going to impact them because people that lose access to insurance, right? Those people are now going to lose access to primary care providers and urgent cares, right? And so they're going to go to the emergency room. And now your emergency room is going to be full of people that don't have emergency needs. That's going to be an extreme cost on hospitals. So if your hospitals don't close, you can best believe that they're going to start charging more and your premiums are going to go back up. Like real talk.
And I didn't even realize how affected, like, I guess I didn't connect the two, but the other day when I was talking to one of my friends that she's also a creator,
mm-hmm.
She's the one that told me that 83 hospitals are closing in California.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, that's how much that they're closing in California. How much are they closing out throughout the country?
And so one of the things that we've been talking about for years, and I'll upload some other resources that I have. So guys, I have a lot of information about like rural hospitals and hospital closures and different things like that. Because that's one of my niches. And I can make those available. So like in addition to like state and county resources, we can have subject matter resource folders. So I might have a folder specifically around healthcare information that is not specific to a state, but that you might want to have access to. I can do that as we grow. And so one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is we've been focused on rural hospitals closing since 2005 because it's been an astronomical number. But what people don't realize is that since 2019, urban hospitals have closed at a higher rate than rural hospitals.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of people do not realize that we have had since 2019, urban hospitals have actually closed at a rate that is higher than urban hospitals. We lost a main hospital in the middle of Atlanta, and it had a level 1 trauma center. That leaves Grady Hospital as the only level 1 trauma center in the Atlanta metro area. That's why, remember the other day when we were looking at that maternity care desert map and you guys were like, holy shit. And you didn't realize that 36% of the counties in our country don't have access to maternal care at all. They don't have they don't have a hospital that has an OBGYN or a birthing center. That's in 36% of all of the counties in our country. And in 57% of all of the counties in our country, they either have none or just one. It's crazy, but people do not know that.
Yeah, all my kids, all 3 of them were born in California. The first one was born in a community hospital, and it was like the worst experience ever. And then the second one was born in a Catholic hospital, which that was nice. And then the third one was born and one that was only for baby delivery, and that was an amazing experience. Yeah,
because they're equipped. And so listen, so I don't know how many of you all know this or not. If you've been following me, you may have heard me talk about it, but under the Biden-Harris administration, Vice President Harris led an initiative around maternal health, and specifically around Black maternal health as well. But so she did a blueprint that they rolled out in 2022, and then they gave an update in 2024. And so one of the things that they designated was what hospitals have to have in order to have on like this on the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare. They, in order to get like a little symbol that says that they are a birthing friendly place, they had to meet a requirement for the first time ever in history. So if you go to CMS's Hospital Compare and you see a hospital that has a little birthing symbol that says birthing friendly, that specifically came from Vice President Harris. They gave out like 10,000 like newborn kits that had diapers and a bunch of different things in it. But there was a lot that was done in that program. So, and the other thing, here's the other thing that I would say to you guys, other things that are coming, because I want to be careful not to make this about Democrats or Republicans or Biden versus Trump. But what I do want to do is to share information. So if you all remember, under the Biden-Harris administration, they rolled out the invest.gov website. You could literally pull up your state and it would show you all of the bills, whether it is the Infrastructure Act, whether it's the CHIPS and Science Act, whatever the act is. And it would tell you how it was going to specifically impact your state, how many jobs it was going to create. In some cases, there were actually companies that had said, because of this money, we're going to do this. So I still have access to all of that. And so all I want to do is if that is something that has been rolled back because of the administration, we know that when Trump came into office, he ended a bunch of that stuff. So what I want to be able to say is a graphic that says, hey, this initiative, this company was going to add X number of jobs as of 2024 or as 2022, and due to changes in government funding, right? They're no longer going to do that. And that's accurate. I just don't have to say Biden versus Trump because people care.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yesterday you were talking a little bit about how you were going into barbershops before.
Yep.
And talking to my California friend, we were talking about that, and I said, you know what? I said, you should do a free haircut in politics day. And she's like, oh my God, that's a great idea.
100%.
So now her and some other lady from Florida are organizing to do that.
See? That's the work. Like I said, y'all are doing the work, and this is what you do. So I told Michael DeBoss was on my thing the other day, and I said, if you don't get your ass into a Black barbershop and start talking to people and sharing information, because it's perfect for them to do. And so all of those things, those are opportunities. So yeah, that's incredible and amazing and right, exactly what we should be doing. It's about the information. We're not trying to pit people against each other. What we're trying to do is share information that impacts working class people and have them realize that it's actually the 1% that's the issue. And it's our government that is catering to that 1% and the corporations that is the issue. And that's why it's up to us to do that. Josky, I don't know what state are you in? Like that will matter. Tell me what state you're in.
Yeah, it depends, right?
Yeah. But yeah, so it was just so like Iowa. Let's chat because I may be in Iowa towards the end of June, 1st of July. So we'll chat.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me up, Dani.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you. So listen, folks, this is how we build community and do the work. And you give people information that is relevant to them, that means something to them. The only other thing, the one other thing that they are scared you will figure out, besides that your vote is power, the other thing that they don't want you to figure out is that it's not the people in the same boat as you that are the enemy. It's the people on the fucking yacht. That's it. They don't want you to figure it out. You're in Davenport? Okay, my cousin lives there. So, yeah, they don't want you to figure out that it's not the other people in your boat. And you know what some of y'all's problem is? Some of y'all think that you're in a different boat. You ain't. Salam Abu Siraj. You're in the same boat as we are. Can somebody help Karen? because she was trying to get the info. I'm just saying, Lisa, some people think they're not in the same boat. You are. There is no Democrat boat. There is no Republican boat. There's no such boat. There is the really, really fucking rich boat, and there's the rest of us. Mr. Barrow said, I'm in a life raft. Yeah. Y'all follow me? So, right. And do you know what's crazy is the people that are in this boat, right? The people that are in this boat that are managing to get by are helping out the people that are having trouble getting by. And that means these people are getting closer to not getting by. And these people are over here buying a second, third, and fourth yacht so they can get a discount on their damn taxes and send more money overseas. Do I know if you're voting May 5th in Tennessee? Hold on. I sent it to my mom the other day. So guys, if you are progressive, and even if you're not, there's a website called bluevoterguide.org, and you can put in your address, and it will not only show you who all your candidates are, it will tell you what organizations have endorsed them, and you can actually click a link that's down below, and it will show you all of the Republicans too. So bluevoterguide.com is a great place to find out when your voting is. And here's the other thing that I love about that website. I got you, Abu Siraj. Another thing that I love about that website is if there is a measure that is on your ballot and the wording is done funky and you're not sure like how to vote and what will be the impact, it actually spells it out. And it'll say, so if you want this, do this. It is bluevoterguide.org. And when you do it, not now, thank you. But here's what I love about it. It actually gives you, it will actually give you the Republican side as well. Cam, I use it every election, 100%. Thank you, Linda, for helping Karen. I appreciate that. Yes, which that's it. Yep. Okay. I think Blue Voter Guide is, yeah, I know, Chetta. We talked about it earlier with a whole plan around that. So if you missed it here on TikTok, I'm streaming also on Substack and Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. So you can rewatch on any of those platforms as well. How y'all doing over here? Because y'all quiet. Okay, let me see what else we got going on this panel. And one more. Salam, Abu Siraj.
Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Dani. Hi, everyone. Hope all of you are doing well.
Good.
Alhamdulillah. You know, Dani, today I came up to share with you something that happened with me. I have been feeling really down lately. That's why I didn't go live for almost 3 days. And during this time, I decided to go to the Gaza lives to talk to my people, the people of Gaza. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do live in Gaza, but you know, there are many stories that are not heard, many things that we don't know. And I kept listening to their stories that they shared. And every story is more heartbreaking than the one before. I found myself sometimes crying to the things I heard.
Yeah.
For example, I was on a panel, and usually the people of Gaza, they leave their panels on while they are sleeping, you know?
Yeah.
Because they wish that anyone can join and help them out. And suddenly they woke up, like 3 different people, they woke up, and I was like, didn't you just go to sleep? And they were like, we were sleeping, but we were attacked by fleas and bugs, and we woke up. We cannot stop scratching. And like they talk to me about the signs in their bodies, like especially the women. They were like, our bodies look disgusting because it is full of marks because of the scratching all the time. And this has been going on for a long time, a very long time. I heard the stories about sickness in which like almost every tent, they have 1 or 2 or 3 family members who are sick.
Yeah.
And they cannot find medication in Gaza. They cannot be medically evacuated as well. They don't know what to do. I heard their stories about how they struggle with the water, how they cannot find the bread easily because the prices of the flowers is skyrocketing again. And everything just is a challenge. And me as a Gazan, I couldn't stop myself from trying to help them. I offered help to some of them, and I did help them because that's the least that I can do for my people. It's really heartbreaking that every story they share carries so much pain and so much struggle that no one can even imagine. Things that the people living abroad don't have to worry about, but here they have to worry about it and think about it every day because it's the only way for them to survive. They have to think about water, food, medication, bugs, fleas, the weather, like everything. They have to think about it and be ready for whatever they can face and meet. In addition to the rats that are spreading in a way that no one can even imagine. Like they showed me pictures of the rats, how they gather themselves during the night around the tents, to the point that the women and the kids are too scared to walk between the tents during the night. So it's just it made me realize that the humanitarian crisis in Gaza is something that is not getting enough attention from the media abroad. Everyone is busy with what's happening regarding the state of Hormuz, while there are 2.2 million people suffering in Gaza, and only few are listening to their voices.
Right.
And it's truly heartbreaking, and it made me realize that no matter how I feel, I need to continue doing what I'm doing because my people need every help possible, and they need their voices to be heard. They need some people like you and me to keep reporting about what's happening in Gaza because that's the least that we can do for the time being.
Yeah, 100%.
Away from the humanitarian crisis, Dani, the Israeli airstrikes that continue. For example, earlier today, they targeted Deir el-Balah, where I live, and 7 people were injured. And when I took a look at the images of the targeting, I saw amputations. As usual, they use the type of missiles that causes a lot of significant damage to the people, and most of them get amputations in this targeting. Another deadly targeting took place on Salah ad-Din Road, in which they targeted a cart dragged by a donkey with people on it, which led to the unalivement of 3 Palestinians. So not a single day passes by without them unaliving more and more people here in the Gaza Strip. And I wonder when this is going to stop. To how long are we supposed to be living in these conditions where when we go out, we don't know whether we're gonna come back to our families or not? Because this can happen to anyone. Those people, the 7 who got injured and suffered amputations, they were walking in the street. They were not doing anything, far away from the yellow zone, not posing any threat. So even going to the market nowadays is dangerous because you never know when the next strike is going to hit. So honestly, Dani, I don't know what to do anymore.
I know.
This has been going for a very long time, and it needs to stop.
As soon as I heard your voice, as soon as I heard the tone of your voice, I knew I knew that you were in a bad way. And even somebody on Facebook said he doesn't seem good at all. Like we just knew by the tone of your voice that it is a lot. And for those of you all who do not know, so we do over here, we do what I call a Pally panel for our friends that are in Palestine. And we do that at least twice a week. So our next one is tomorrow. But you don't have to wait for a Pally panel to be able to assist. In my link tree is a whole section with links to be able to directly support folks that I know are there and that need help. Listen, it's on my list to talk about. Yesterday, Israel went further out than it's ever gone to intercept a flotilla boat. It was off the coast of Greece, around Crete, I want to say, and they intercepted one of the boats, and it was hundreds of miles away from Israel, and they went and they intercepted them in international waters. So Italy has condemned that today. They came out and said something about it, but I wanted people to know that is happening. And so what I think is going to, my hope, quite frankly, right near Greece, it was off the coast of Greece. My hope is that that with the number of boats that are coming, that they don't want the publicity, but I think which they're actually going to create more publicity because of the way that they are doing it. It wasn't. I don't believe it wasn't Geraldine's boat. As far as I'm aware, I don't believe so. But I had it on my list of things to talk about today because it does matter. And so I'm going to say it again. So here's what's able to happen. The reason we do the Pally Lives on TikTok is because when they get gifts, right, they're able to take the coins that it costs to get those, because we purchase coins and then we give the coins. And then they're able to take those coins and they're able to transfer them into crypto, and they're able to use it to buy their daily needs. Folks, shit is really expensive in Gaza. Flour is expensive. Fruit is hella expensive. Meat is expensive. Clothing is expensive. Shoes are expensive. All of those things are incredibly expensive in Gaza. If you were on here the other day and you saw Mohammed OS show you both of the twins and his little boy Osama, he literally has messaged me and said, "What is good to keep rats away?" Because he's on the panel, because the rats were trying to get to the babies. Because the babies drink milk, right? The babies drink milk. And so the rats are attracted to the milk. And so he's like, I've tried peppermint. I've tried this. I've tried that. And so there are so many things that people do not think about. Because number one, there is no fucking ceasefire. 3.7 Jay Bird is what he has right now. So there's no ceasefire, right? The same way that Israel is still striking Lebanon. I think they killed 16 people in Lebanon today. That is still occurring in Gaza, just so you all know. In addition to the strikes by Israel that's happening in Gaza, what's also happening is in the West Bank is an acceleration of Israeli illegal settlers coming in and taking people's homes and beating them up, or unaliving them. Like, that is still a thing that is happening as well. So, last year, so the reason I believe they did this little fake ass ceasefire was because mainstream media was beginning to talk about Gaza every day. And TikTok won't let you gift him right now. That does not surprise me. Some people can and some people can't. So you might have to leave and come back in. So they are asking if you're going live today.
Yes, I will go live today, inshallah, at 4 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay, so he will be live today at 4 p.m. Eastern time. He always brings up people that are in Gaza. He always brings them up. And they try to do like a 2K goal for every single one of them. So, if you're able to join his live at that time and help out, please do. If you are not on TikTok, you can still help, even if it's $5, even if it's $10. You can go to my link tree, and there's a whole section that says Palestinian support links. And Abu Sarraj has a link in there. Muhammad OS has a link in there. Bilal, Raja, Amal, Mo, Allah, Shak, Aziz, all of them. I don't know the exact conversion, Butter's house.
Nowadays, the goal is only 1K because a lot of my gifters retired from TikTok. So we only get them 1K, which is almost $4.
Okay. So 2K is about 10, maybe? So that's what somebody was asking me.
Yeah, less than 10, $8.
Okay. So it takes 2K for them to get $8. Abu Sarraj, can you give people like an idea of about what food is costing right now?
Now, listen, Dani, the problem is that the Israeli occupation forces are engineering a situation.
We lost him for a second. The internet comes and goes, folks, in case you don't know. Yeah, Abu Sarraj, I can see you. I can see you in the chat, but I can't hear you on the panel. There you go. You're back now.
Yeah. So the Israeli occupation forces are they have engineered this crisis, and they do everything on purpose. The thing is that they allow certain products into the Gaza Strip for a couple of weeks, and then they stop. So, for example, today the price of chicken is cheap, but after, let's say, 1 week or 2 weeks, it will get more expensive because it will be running out of the markets.
Right.
So they allow certain products to come into the Gaza Strip for a certain period of time, then they stop. So you never find everything like available. No, sometimes it's the vegetables that skyrocketing. Sometimes it's the chicken. For example, nowadays you cannot find eggs in Gaza anymore, and if you did, it's really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You can find the chicken, yes, but after 1 week you won't. The vegetables, 10 days ago, they were 1 kilo would cost up to $7 or $8. Today it has become almost $4. So it is never stable, always changing. Always, this state of instability that they are trying to maintain
On purpose.
in which you can never expect the prices, and every day it's changing, every day.
So guys, this is my link tree, and when you go to my link tree, right here, see where it says Palestinian support links? This is Mohammed OS. There's Raja. There's Allah Shak, Mo, Ahmed, who is a teacher for students in Gaza. Hussein, he has multi-myeloma. He's got cancer. He's got a that's the size of a lemon in his neck. Bilal's wife, she needs medication right now that's going to cost $400. $400. Abu Sarraj, that is right here, and he helps out other Gazans. That's his link. This is Aziz. This is Wasef's. This is Zina's. This is Amal's. This is Baby Mo. This is Calamantina, which is an American Palestinian nonprofit organization. That's Wasef. This is Wasim. And then these are vetted charities. Yeah, and these are just other videos. But so this is just so that you know, this is where you can do it direct to them in my link tree. It says Palestinian support links. Okay? Just so that everybody knows. So I wanted to make sure, because people were asking me how, and that's how you can do it outside of TikTok. That's how you can do it outside of TikTok. And everything counts. Everything matters. Just so that you all know, every bit of help matters. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you guys so that you would know.
Yeah. Another thing, Dani, regarding the Global Sumud Flotilla, as someone here in Gaza, I really appreciate their bravery and their willingness to do something like this. And it truly breaks my heart knowing that some of them got intercepted in international waters. But what is more upsetting to me is the silence of the international community.
Yeah.
The Israeli occupation forces, they intercepted these ships in international waters. It's a crime. And yet I don't see actually a lot of news agencies talking about it.
Yes.
And that's this makes them actually an accomplice, because I'm sure that they exactly know what's going on, but they have chosen to hide the truth to protect Israel and protect the oppressors, to carry on with their crimes against humanity and war crimes.
Yeah.
And actually, it's even recently in Europe, there was a vote regarding Israel, and the majority of them supported Israel. Which
it's the same thing that happened here. It is the same thing that happened here. We had a vote here, Abu Sarraj, and the vote was whether or not the United States of America would send 12,000 1,000-pound bombs to Israel. And only 36%, only 36 people in our Congress said no. Only 36 people said no. The majority of Congress voted yes, right? And just so everybody knows, Israel's defense ministry has said that the country brought in 6,500 tons worth of military equipment, including air and ground munitions, in the last 24 hours. So they put this out via a Telegram post, and they said that it was brought in on 2 ships and several cargo planes before it had been driven out to military bases through the country. So it's very important that folks, if you all don't, everything that, when we talk about what we are looking at in terms of the midterms and in terms of flipping seats, it's not just for us, right? In order for us to be able to fully help Gaza and the West Bank and the Sudan and Lebanon and all of those places, in order for us to do that, we have to be about this business. We have to lock in. We got to lock it in, right? And do what we need to do. So the other things that it was in the Senate, Lil Linka, it was in the Senate. So it was 36 out of the Senate. So other things that can help you all is when you join Abu Sarraj on his lives at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, sharing it out to other people, adding it to your story. It helps him get introduced to other people and other platforms where he can provide much needed information that people don't have. His job prior to all of this was, he helped translate for people in Palestine because he speaks such great English, and he doesn't have that anymore. There are a lot of people that don't have a means to be able to generate, to make a living anymore in Gaza. Am I okay? Are you asking me because of my voice? I'm guessing that's why you asked me. I'm guessing. I'm going to reach out, Cam, and ask a couple of people that I know. One of them had said maybe previously, and I did ask them again. My hands, No, I'm okay. I'm fidgeting a lot today. Yeah, it's because I don't feel as great today. But I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah. So, Abu Saraj, was there anything else that you wanted to say?
No, not really, Dani. Thank you so much for giving me the chance.
Always. You know, it's really important. And you know, Cam, that's what I'm thinking is I'm racking my brain. I have a contact who did a story on me a couple of years ago. He's been a guest on like MSNBC and a bunch of other places. I don't know. Maybe I'll shoot off a text and just say, I mean, the worst thing he can do is say no. That's the worst thing he can do is say no. But I'm going to at least pitch it. I have to go get some more water, Mirabelle. Yeah, you can hear the scratchiness. I know. I drank the whole water that I had. So, yeah. Justice. Just.
Dani,
Yes.
how you doing?
I'm
Dani,
okay.
Thank you for.
Good cat. Sorry, go ahead.
I can talk. Thank you for giving Abu Siraj a chance to talk. I live in New Jersey, and sometimes I try to tell some people, not everybody, because not everybody is willing to listen to what they going on in Palestine, especially in Gaza. And it's amazing. It's critical the way how people refuse to listen, and right off the bat, without knowing what's going on, they say, "Oh no, Palestinians wanna unalive Jews," and it's something that is not true.
It's not
People
true.
right away they say, "No, Palestinians always break in every peace treaty," and those people, they don't know why those peace treaties got broken. Most of the time, Israel break them.
Yes.
In front of cameras, Israel is one face. Behind curtains, they are a different face. They are different side of the coin, and people need to learn about that. So please, Dani, learn. You already got plenty followers.
It's okay. We talk about Gaza.
Learn what's going on. It's so sad, Dani. It's so sad. I'm a 59 years old man. It breaks my heart.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart. See what's going on. And you got these corrupted politicians supported,
Yeah.
giving the green light for Israel to keep doing what they're doing. To the people that open their arms, feed them.
100%.
In the past, and look how they pay. And not only that, they have a plan for the whole world. It's not funny.
I know.
Somewhere down the lines, our kids, our grandkids are going to be affected seriously.
Yeah.
I hope it's not going to be too late.
No, it won't be.
Right
So
now.
this is why I said, don't be scared. We're going to be busy. And so that's the reason we are focused the way that we are. We have come to know and love our Palestinian family. I can tell you so much about all of our folks in our community. And there's a whole, so listen, folks, if you are not familiar with how everything came to be, I have an extensive link of the history of Palestine in my link tree, and have done a couple of videos to try to explain it to people, because for those of you all who think that this is about the Holocaust, no, it's not. It started way before that. It is not about people being Jewish. It is not about Jews at all. It's literally about Zionism, which is a political ideology. And at the end of the day, it comes back to money. And this is about the Greater Israel Project. It's about Zionism, Christian Zionism, and Jewish Zionism. Zionists aren't always Jewish or Christian either. So you just have to understand that almost every single Palestinian I have ever met, ever, has been the most beautiful, the most open, the most compassionate, just the most anything. Literally, I could tell you all kinds of stories. And so, yeah, we are complicit. Just so everyone understands, the West is responsible for 76,000 people in Gaza being killed. We are responsible. Without us, Israel doesn't have the weapons and the ability that they do. Just so that we're clear. Without us, it doesn't happen. And so that's on us. Almost 30,000 Gazan children, that's on us. That's on us. And so if you don't understand that, we need to have a conversation, because it is. Just so everybody knows that that's the case. The United States of America puts Israel over the best interest of this country. Every day. You have Congress people up there in DC, and they have Israeli flags outside their fucking offices. You got state representatives that are walking around with a little pin that says 50 states, one Israel. What the fuck is that? You got the state of Florida selling license plates that says Florida stands with Israel. All of that is bullshit. Go ahead, Abu Siraj. I can still hear you, but I'm going to get some more water.
Yeah, but I need you to put me on biggest screen, please, Dani, because I want to show something.
You
I don't know if you can see it or not. So guys, what I want to talk to you about, it's mind-boggling, to be honest, knowing that some of the American representatives are trying to pass this bill, which is to give the same rights for American troops to the American citizens who are serving in the IDF. I don't know if you heard about this, Dani. So, guys,
Yes.
There are two representatives, Guy Reschenthaler and Max Miller, who introduced a bill to amend U.S. federal law in which there are more than 20,000 American citizens currently serving in the Israeli military.
Yep.
And they want them to treat service in the Israeli army like service in the U.S. military,
Yes.
to grant legal benefits.
Yeah.
The lawmakers called them heroes who should receive full legal protection under U.S. law. Can you imagine that?
We talked about this briefly. So here's what they want. They want Americans that go to Israel, that serve in the IDF. They want them to get the same benefits as veterans that serve the U.S. Army. That's what they want. We talked about this when it happened, but just briefly. Yeah, you're welcome, Brassbone. And so, so Jen is like me, and I'm like, what the fuck? So when do we ever want to give people who fight? So are we doing that for the soldiers that are in Ukraine? Are we doing that for soldiers in Ukraine? We don't do this anywhere else. And by the way, just so we're all clear, there are Hispanic veterans that served in our military for the United States of America on the condition that they would become permanent legal residents, who have been deported out of this country and can't get their veterans benefits even though they served our fucking country. But you want me to give veterans benefits to somebody committing war crimes for the IDF? That violates not only the Geneva Convention, but our 1996 War Crimes Act here in the United States of America. This is like, I don't know why people don't understand this. It's more than just about the Geneva Convention. It's literally about our own laws. 1996 War Crimes Act. It's illegal for the United States of America to be funding Israel right now. Did you hear me? It is illegal. It is against the law for the United States of America to be sending equipment and arms to Israel. Why? Because they have been found to have committed war crimes. It's illegal. Every member of Congress that is voting for that shit should get voted out because they don't give a fuck about our laws. Just so we're clear. Go ahead, Abi Siraj.
Yeah, to be honest, I was surprised to learn that the 20,000 Americans are serving in the IDF. The 20,000 who probably committed war crimes, played a role in unaliving my people and besieging Gaza, in committing crimes against humanity. 20,000 Americans serving in the IDF, and they want them to be treated like heroes. Even though if any other country, like if any soldier, if any citizen from another country goes to serve in the military of a foreign country, he would be treated as a traitor.
Yes.
That's a treason. And yet you see representatives who are elected by Americans coming up with such a bill, which is insane, which shows you to who they actually loyal to.
Yes.
They are loyal to Israel. They are putting Israel first, not the American taxpayer money who should go to the American people and help the Americans who are serving their country. And you know what that means? They are trying to provide a protection. They are trying to encourage more Americans to serve in the IDF. They are trying to encourage more Americans to commit war crimes in Palestine, in Lebanon, in Syria, in Yemen, in Iran. That's what they are trying to do. That's why I really hope that such a bill is not going to pass, because if it did, it would be crazy, honestly.
Yeah. So I want to tell people, if you really want to, if you want to hear legitimate stories from both American soldiers that have fought in the IDF and former Israeli IDF soldiers, go to a website called Breaking the Silence. Have you all ever been to this website?
Breaking the Silence. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Breaking the Silence is a website, and they actually tell you the things that they've done in service to Israel. They tell you what they're told to do. They tell you it's an organizations of soldiers, veterans of the IDF who are being honest. There's video testimonies. There's written testimonies of the things that these individuals have done, and they are telling what has happened. It's really absolutely, it's wild when you listen to them. And there's also been, so we have an Air Force veteran. I don't know if you all know, he was over in Israel and he's an engineer. He does, all the drones and the Air Force type shit, right? He came back. He said, I could no longer do it. He said, I literally watched them. It's breaking the silence. It's breaking the silence. But he said that he couldn't do it anymore because he saw what the weaponry was being used to do. And he said, because over here, we have regulations about what type of weapons we can actually do. And so the way that we get around that is we send them to Israel. And Israel uses them, and Israel does it. And then Israel tells us what the weapons we built are really able to do. But I want to be clear, yes. Israel is a country that spreads white phosphorus. They spread it in Lebanon. They've spread it in Gaza. You all do know that's illegal. That is internationally illegal. We're not supposed to do that. Everybody that wants to talk to me about Iran, shut the fuck up. And I'm going to tell you why I don't want to hear anything about Iran. Nothing. Because Israel has nukes. And Israel has never, ever, ever in its history allowed an independent inspection of their nukes. It's in Dimona. And everybody knows it's in fucking Dimona. There was a whistleblower from Israel that first told us about it decades ago. Just so you understand, Iran has never had a real nuclear program, and they don't have a delivery system. Do you hear me? They don't have a delivery system to even get it to the West. All of that is manufactured bullshit. We don't even know for sure. It's chemical warfare. That's what white phosphorus is. It's chemical warfare. So hold on and I'll tell you. Give me a second.
Oh. Is that Nepal? What do you call it? Nepal? Is that the white phosphorus Nepal? Is the same thing?
Yeah, they're. I don't know if they're the same.
Nepal. That is like no Nepal. I believe it's like a gelatin gasoline.
So this isn't like so.
I don't know anything.
Yeah. So yes. White phosphorus, because what happens is it has a pyrophoric nature, so it ignites upon contact with the air. It's not like, so listen, it ignites when it has contact with the air. And so you have deep and severe chemical burns. You have thermal burns that stick to the skin. It's very toxic. It damages liver, kidneys, hearts, respiratory systems if it's inhaled or ingested. Yeah, and it leads to fatal multi-organ failure. I can't bring up the pictures, Butter's house, because TikTok will get me.
Yeah, so let me tell you, the first time they used the white phosphorus was back in Gaza, back in 2008, which is the first large-scale Israeli attack on the Gaza Strip. Back then, I used to live in a neighborhood called Tell al-Hawa, or the Valley of Love. And the Israeli tanks reached to my neighborhood. They got to our area. And in order for them to avoid any contact and to push us out, they were using the white phosphorus. And what happens when they use it? It explodes in the sky, and then small pieces, like a lot of them, go all over the place, surrounds the area. And because we didn't know what that is back then, when we tried to put it off with water, it actually increases
makes it worse.
The smoke and the chemical substance that comes out of it. It becomes even more dangerous. Then we learned that we have to cover it with sand. I remember that day they threw it around my house, and we had to close all of our windows and put like pieces of clothes or any material with water on our noses to cover it from the smoke that was toxic. And if it fell on your body, it acts like acid. It burns severely, and it causes damage that cannot be fixed. So they used it against us in 2008, in 2012, in 2014, in 2021, and they definitely used it after October 7th as well. So those war crimes have been happening for far too long, but no one was talking about it.
Yeah. And for those of y'all who want to know, when it ignites, it ignites at around 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Did you hear me? It ignites at about 86 degrees Fahrenheit. For those of you guys in the US that are curious. So when we say it ignites, and then all of that rains down on you, all of those little particles. Yeah. So one of the things that is important so this is why I was like, there's nobody on earth that could convince me that that Israelis are God's chosen people, because there's not a single God I know in any religion that would get behind what they do. None. I don't care what religion. There's not a God that is cool with what they do. And so this is the thing so let me just be really clear. If you consider yourself to be a Christian, so I have this thing that I believe in with every fiber of my being. I believe that when you belong to the group that is causing the harm, right? Then it is your responsibility to speak up and hold that group accountable, right? So if they are Christian nationalists, right? I mean, Christian Zionists that are saying, oh, yeah, as a Christian, Israel's in the Bible. Fuck you, Raphael Cruz. Don't call him Ted Cruz, y'all. His name is Raphael. Call him by his whole Hispanic ass Raphael name, okay? That's what you do for him. But you hold them accountable. As a Christian, it's your duty. It is your responsibility to speak to those Christians and hold them accountable for what they are doing. If you are Jewish, it's your responsibility. Yes.
You know why is that, Dani? We've been lied because of a version of a Bible created in 1905 by Cyrus Scofield. The Rothschild financed a guy. I am a little confused because I always thought this guy was he belongs in the Epstein files, but he from 1905. He was a very I always thought he was a lawyer, but lately I saw a video that he did say that he was a theologist. So I'm confused whether a lawyer or a theologist. But this guy, he contracted 4 or 5 theologians from the University of Oxford.
Yep.
To reinterpret and rewrite a Bible that, you know, more aligned with Israel. And he came up with the Scofield Study Bible.
Yep.
That in that Bible, that's where it say, you know what Ted Cruz said in to Tucker Carlson,
yep.
Who bless Israel will be blessed. That promise was to Abraham.
Right.
Abraham was a nomad family, and God meant. I mean, I'm not speaking on behalf of God, but from the people that know about it, say that Abraham was a nomad family, and if Abraham went through your neighborhood, and you say, Abraham, come to my house, eat with us, rest within our house, you're welcome in my house, God will bless you. If you tell Abraham, get out of my face, I don't want you around here, then God will curse you. That's
right.
what it meant. So simple. But they made it. And another thing that I wanted to tell you, it's critical. What I saw today in Facebook, I saw a few videos of few different Israel IDF snipers confessing and say proudly. One of them, he proudly admitted that in one day he took the life of 13 kids.
Yeah.
Kids.
Yeah. No, they do. They talk about it, and they talk about graping. They talk about killing. They talk about all of those different things, and they say it with pride. Because there is an ideology, an extremist ideology that has taken over a lot of the people in Israel, not all of them, but a lot of them. And so people support what's happening, even if they don't like Benjamin Netanyahu. They're fine with what they are doing to Palestinians. And so, listen, I spent a lot of time, and I did a live the other day. I need to download it and post it, but I did a live the other day that just said, what's so special about Israel? And the reason I did this live is because I wanted to explore why the United States of America treats Israel so different than any other country that we deal with, right? And so when I started going back, and this is the thing, you just have to follow the money, right? That's all you have to do is follow the money. And when I followed the history and the money, because when you get to the Balfour Declaration, right, we know that there was stuff that happened before. We know that the Brits promised shit to the Arabs. We know that the Brits promised shit to the French. But by the time you get to this conversation with Lord Balfour and Lord Rothschild, right, what you understand is that the Rothschilds have made their prominent way of doing things. Their specialty was government loans. And so they had done a ton of government loans to the Brits, a ton of government loans to the US. They had bailed the United States of America out. They had helped build all of our railroad systems in the United States of America. They had even built the very first section of the subway system in New York City. And so by the time the Rothschilds, the Zionist Federation, comes to the Brits and says, we want to make this national home in Palestine, after they rejected it in Uganda and Argentina and New York, by the time we get to that place, what you have to understand is that the United States of America wasn't part of World War I, right? And this is now in 1917, in the latter part of 1917. And so this war is starting to take a toll on everybody else. And so the Brits want the United States of America to join World War I. So they say to Lord Rothschild, yep, we can do this thing. We'll help you set up over in Palestine, right? We'll do that. We also want the Americans to join World War I. And guess what? So we told Lord Rothschild, yes, not we, me and me, but the Brits did in, Khadijah. And so we did that in November of 1917. And 3 or 4 months later, guess what the United States of America did? We joined World War I. That's exactly what we did. If you follow the money, the only thing that we have in common with the Brits and Israel at that time, or what would become Israel, is the Rothschilds, is the Zionist Federation. That's it. And if you read the document, that's exactly what it says. It says it is a Jewish Zionist agenda, right? And that it is for the Zionists. It is go back and tell the Zionist Federation. So it's very important that people understand in all of this, all you have to do is follow the fucking money. It's the same people. It's the same issue. It is the love of money. And it becomes the root of all evil that we have experienced. And so it's really important for people to know. Okay, so I will do another live where we can go over all of that again. But yeah, so just so everybody knows. So remember that tomorrow is going to be a Pally panel, folks. So please make sure that you are here for that. And if you're not on TikTok, make sure that you go to my link tree, because there are direct ways that you can support people there. I want to touch on a couple of other things, and I'm not going to get to go over everything now, because we kind of go where the wind takes us, and that's okay. That's okay. I appreciate you, just to see it right, and imperialism and colonizing. So Carla, I'm not going to be, Dominic has some tests in the morning, so we're not going to get to leave tonight. And so I'm probably not even going to be able to leave until late tomorrow night, because even when he gets off around lunchtime, traffic is going to be horrendous because it's a Friday. Yeah, so I will go live tomorrow. There will be a Pally panel. Okay. But I appreciate you, Justice, for coming on up here and sharing with me.
Thank you, Dani. Thank you. And I will appreciate if people follow me, because since I'm retired, I'm constantly getting very interesting videos and articles that will help people to get more information and open their eyes of what's going on. And it would be great if people repost those videos.
Yeah, 100%.
So, Dani, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Appreciate you.
God bless you always. And I've been following you for a long time. I believe this is like the second time since... but I've been following you for long times. Most of the time I listen from outside. Yeah. I am out, behind the curtains, but I always watch your show.
I appreciate it.
You are one of the most informative people.
Thank you.
Here in TikTok. I wish you the best.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dani.
So folks, let me just say, there are things that I did not get to today. Okay. And the reason why I have to not go super, super long today is because I have a meeting for Bella for her IEP stuff. So that's why I have to do what I got to do today and make sure I end on time. Things that I want people to know: Israel just got a shit ton of ammunition and things like that. They intercepted one of the flotilla boats in international waters off the coast of Greece, where they have zero authority to be doing that. And it is horrible. Louisiana's governor automatically put off the primaries. They have 22 votes. Yep, 22 votes. They have already. So listen, they were ready for this decision, just so you all know. They were ready for this decision because they've already put out the gerrymandered map today as a first go around. So just so you all understand, they were waiting for this fucking decision. But again, what we need to remember is that shows us their vulnerability. They are scared of minority voters. They are scared of people coming together. Appreciate you, Irene. They are concerned. And so we're going to absolutely exploit the fuck out of that vulnerability. And we are going to do it through what? Through conversations within our community that build connection. That's how we're going to do it. And we're going to use election data, and we're going to be strategic about the way we do it. And we've got 6 months or so to absolutely fucking save the country. So I just want to be clear. That map doesn't mean shit. It doesn't. Vote. Do what you do. They do not want you to realize that you hold the power, and they do not want you to realize that it's not the people in the same boat as you that is the problem. It's the people sitting over there on the fucking yacht. That's what they don't want you to remember. I do want to talk about the President of the United States and his speech yesterday, but I cannot do it. I don't want to shortchange it because there are things that he said yesterday that are so important. I can't shortchange it. I need to be able to deep dive in it. I need to be able to show you the contrast between what he said and what King Charles said. And then we have to talk about the Secretary of Defense and his testimony before Congress yesterday. I had those 3 big things to big up there, and I wasn't able to do that. So I want to remind you all that Hawaii's bill that you need to be looking at and duplicating is SB, whatever the fuck it was, 2471, I think. Yep, SB 2471. Okay. Look at it, download it, duplicate it, make it applicable to your state, and then let's make this happen. Remember that we meet 1 week from today at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Project for the People. We will go through some tech stuff that time. I will be connecting you with the people in your state between now and then so you guys can collab, get some more people. So this is the challenge that I issued at the last meeting. You need to bring somebody new. Somebody new needs to join the project because of you and come to the meeting. Okay, so Pally Panel is tomorrow. Can somebody type that in Arabic in the chat for me so I can pin it? Can somebody type that there's a Pally Panel tomorrow and put it in the chat in Arabic so I can pin it real quick? You guys over here, I love you, mean it. I will see you all tomorrow.